High School Sports Live, in partnership with ABC 27 News, is proud to present this classic York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association boys basketball rivalry matchup between the Dallastown Wildcats against the Red Lion Lions. Tonight's broadcast is presented by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency and Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. And tonight, and all season long, we would like to pay special tribute to Greg Mace, who passed away recently. Not only was he a legend in South Central Pennsylvania for his sports journalism and broadcasting, but High School Sports Live owes its very existence to Greg Mace. Greg partnered with Charlie Fortney to put High School Sports Live on live TV. To the Mace family, we send our condolences and vow as a program to honor Greg and all he did to help high school sports play live on TV. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton here at Red Lion High School for a cat fight tonight. It is one of the best rivalries here in York County, and it's in Division I, the big boys division, where it's Red Lion and Dallastown. Dallastown comes into this game tonight with a 7-3 record overall, 3-2 in Division I, one game back of three teams tied for first place. On the other side, Red Lion 5-5. They're 2-3 in the division and looking to try to get over 500 for the first time since 2015. And we start out tonight talking about Dallastown with Jeff Thompson. Jeff, when you talk about Dallastown, they have 5 varsity players back from last year. 4 of them were starters. One of them used to be a starter on the bench, so really 5 starters back. But when you look at them, averaging 17 points a game is Kobe Green.
Oh, Kobe Green, number 0. Take a look at him. 8 rebounds a game, too. He gets in the lane, he distributes, he makes his teammates better. He's fun to watch. But don't fall asleep on a couple of the other players that are averaging double figures, Michael Dixon and Roman Owens. They both can get it up. Roman can hit the 3, and Michael can distribute as well.
Kobe Green, one of those great players that makes everybody around him better. On the other side for Red Lion, they are fighting to get in there this year and have a good record. And they got a pretty good chance with a guy we didn't get to see. We were here last year, but he is a big timer. Devontae Dennis averages 17 a game. Talk about him, Todd.
Well, first of all, he's 6'6". He can leap out of this gym. He was hurt last year, like you said. It was unfortunate for most of the area that didn't get a chance to see what this kid can do. He has a Kobe-esque, Michael Jordan type of way even now, and I know that's a big comparison for a high school kid, but I want to say one thing else about him. He's being recruited not only in basketball but Division I, but football. He plays defensive end, and on the football field, he wreaks havoc on offenses, blowing plays up. Tonight, Steve Schmill will be leaning on this guy big time for the rest of the year to see if they can make those playoffs.
Going to be a fun game here tonight. It's always a great matchup. It's Red Lion and Dallastown. It's a cat fight, and it's all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stellar Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
We'll talk about it. Hi, Mrs. Torres. Hey, Stephanie. Actually, you know what? Let me get those.
Introducing Giant Direct.
Thank you.
Everything you need, handpicked and fresh, direct from us to you. Try it free and save $20 on orders of $75 or more. Enter bananas at checkout.
And welcome to Red Lion High School, the first of 2 here tonight. And a little bit unusual, the boys game first, the girls game second. So no, you're not tuning in at the wrong time. And it's Red Lion and their white and gold tonight against Dallastown and their blue and white. And right away, Dallastown with a pretty good shot up and in. And who else but Kobe Green with the first shot of the game.
You're going to see a lot of that. Kobe's just really good and smooth getting to the basket. Nice high percentage shot. Kiss it off the glass. And they're going to pick up the pressure right away with the 2-2-1.
Pretty good back door there, but not able to handle it. So Red Lion with the first turnover of the game.
And Mike Drew fumbled the ball. And you remember, you mentioned them looking to go and get back in the playoffs since 2015 at 5-5. They're going to go with the 3-2 where they have Drew high, Gary.
And a long look, not going to go downtown, out off the hands of Dixon.
Devontae Dennis is going to handle the point guard duties in a little way, kind of.
I'd like to have a 6'6" guy handling your point guard spot out there.
Magic Johnson.
Get a long look from the corner, not going to go. And Dallastown will cover it.
Good rebound there by Jaden Green, the 6'3" junior.
Mike Rassel coaching Dallastown in his 8th year. His team was 11-11 last year, 8-6 in the league. And they had a lot of big games last year, a lot of close games, and they upset some pretty good teams throughout the course of the season, just missing in the playoffs. On the other side, Red Lion 10-12 last year and 4-11 in the league. Make that 4-12 rather. And they have not had a winning season since 2015, but I'll tell you what, they got some horses this year to play. Here's another good one. That one not going to go, and nothing out of 2 so far for the 3-point field goals, but they get it back, and Kobe Green with a rebound will score.
Kobe Green already with the early 4 points, Dallastown. You see, he just does the little things. He finds the floor well. He's always where the ball needs to be. That's just good basketball sense.
And Red Lion with a nice try for the layup, not going to go. So nothing out of 2 so far for the field for Red Lion with a couple of turnovers.
Wow.
And very quickly, Kobe Green says, hey, I like this beat on TV stuff, and he's got 6 points in the game.
He's so smooth.
And back on the other end, how about his counterpart, Devontae Dennis, with his first shot of the night, and he brings it home for Duke.
If Devontae Dennis has anything to do with it tonight, he will will this game at home. It's going to be a nice crowd, as always, when this rivalry matchup, the battle of the cats, best way to describe it.
There's another look again, 0 for 3 from the 3-point field goal range so far. So Red Lion not hooking up out there. And Dentis trying to do an awful lot, maybe too much, and another turnover, maybe. But a jump ball, but it'll stay with Red Lion.
I noticed that even last year that not only does Dallastown, as you said, mentioned to in pregame, they have a lot of their starters back, 4 of 5 starters back. They had quick hands last year defensively. You're not going to be able to try to cross that dribble over in front of those guys, especially at Kobe Green.
Your officials for tonight, Shane Gemmel, Gordy Kaufman, and Jim Thomas. 3 good ones here from the York Area Officials Association. Gordy Kaufman's done a bunch of state championships. Now get their first foul of the game. Jeff, so far, Red Lion trying to find a little bit of rhythm other than Devontae Dennis, right?
Well, I would say both teams are being very patient, trying to feel out the zone from the other team. And it looks like they've settled into the game quite nicely.
So the first foul is called on Michael Drew.
Second turnover, 2 early turnovers for Red Lion. That will come back to haunt you.
Red Lion.
Red Lion, excuse me. Red Lion.
You can tell we're out of the Harrisburg area and kind of hanging out. There's Mike Grassel, rather, for Dallastown. His 8th year there. Dallastown trying to get up into some rare air this year and get it back in those District 3 playoffs, as is Red Lion. Dallastown's last championship was in 2007 for the division. I think 2001 was our last one for the league, so it's been a while.
Well, when you got a top-heavy division, you get Northeastern's been good through those years.
How about this beautiful alley-oop over the top and finding Jadon Green for his first deuce of the game. So Green with 2 points in the book.
I was going to say that just being.
Well, Red Lion looks to me like they're kind of pushing it a little bit so far and trying to do too much out of Devontae Dennis.
Yeah. I'm just taking a look at this play again. I don't know if there was a Devontae Dennis charge call.
And there you go. Well, timeout on the floor, and it's 8-2. Early lead by Dallastown, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Welcome back, and Red Line down 8-2 right now. And Jeff Thompson, when you look at what Red Line's doing so far, not really in sync in terms of trying to get any kind of rhythm out of their offense.
Yes, but then look at Dallastown and the Greens. They've got all 8 points, and Kobe Green's got 6, but Jaden Green has 3 rebounds, an assist, and a bucket.
So they wear blue and white, but green's their favorite color so far tonight, and 4 out of 4 from the 2-point range so far. And back inside it goes. Double team down the post. Not going to get this one, but then the follow-up. And 2 shots up, not going to go for Dallastown as they stayed good on the offensive glass, and they'll get the ball back for the effort underneath.
Dallastown is moving the ball very well against that 3-2 zone. They're working inside and out using diagonals.
Michael Dixon trying to trigger the inbound pass. There's Green, Kobe Green that is. And then a turnover for Dallastown. Oh, good cut from the weak side, but again, not able to hook up as Red Lion, and back out it comes. Red Lion gets another shot at it. One of the things I know Steve Schmel talked about is he needs some good outside shooting this year, which he didn't have last year. Another shot not going to go. Devontae Dennis, and another shot up, not going to go. So 1 out of 5 for the field so far from 2-point land for the Lions. Cold starting out tonight, which it is outside right now. 3:54 to go in the first.
It's very rare you'll see Dennis miss 2 quick bunnies like that. He had 2 good opportunities at it 5 foot away.
I thought he looked good on both shots, though.
And Red Lion is actually matching up out of this 3-2. So you can see it.
What they're doing is a little bit what we saw Friday night with Big Spring, is they're screening on top of the post to try to get that hook and get the penetration, then kick out. You get a free look. And for a 3, and that's the kind you want from Jaden Green, and he knocks down his first tray of the night. 1 out of 4, and a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 11-2, Dallastown jumping out of the gate fast here in this catfight on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And 11-2, Dallastown is blasted out of the gate here with 3:18 to go in the first quarter. And Tom, when you look at Red Lion right now, what do they need to be kicking into here? Steve Schmel certainly not real happy about his offense as they're going to pick it up full court here.
Well, the first thing on this possession, they got to break pressure and they got to get a look. They got to break this run. They're down 9 already. Maybe they might have to look at maybe matching up. These guys are shooting, Dallastown's shooting the ball pretty well from the outside.
And so far they're finding some pretty good penetration on that baseline, Jeff, getting into the bottom part of that 3-2 zone where it is weak and then kicking it out top. We just saw Jaden Green knock down that 3 a moment ago in rhythm.
But Jaden was really comfortable on that shot, wasn't he?
Well, you'd love to see it. We talked about it the other night. Another rivalry game we did with Bishop McDevitt and Trinity about Mike Gaffey had his kids shooting 3s all night long and setting their feet. Well, we're seeing the same thing here so far from Mike Grassel and his team.
If he's going to play zone, he better tag Jaden a little better than what he's doing.
So Dallastown's just kind of in a man-to-man. They might look. You got to be careful. They look to trap one, and when you spin, when you roll back, they'll come to trap you.
You got a man wide open underneath. Great job of finding him and hooking up down in low for Red Lion. They get on the board, and that's Lee Kaufman Bear. So there you go.
There's another great shot by Green. I mean, Jadon Green drilling a three, up 10 now.
And that's 2 out of 5 so far in the 3-point try. So Jadon Green, again, the recipient of a good pass.
Right now,
the Red Lions having a tough time even getting the ball in play here.
Yeah, they turned it over. That's the 3rd turnover here in the first quarter alone.
Foul line jumper. This one will not go. Ball stays, though, on the offensive board with Dallastown, then putting it back up. Again, another quick miss inside by Leaky Ugadupe. And I'll tell you what, Dallastown's man-to-man defense is just swarming here at the moment. Finally, you get it back outside. You get a good look for 3, and again, will not go. And quickly, Dallastown back on the other end, up and in as Kobe Green with yet another bucket here.
Yeah, he has 8 already, and if you're going to make this a transition game and you get these guys up and down, Dallastown will kill you in the transition game. And one of those reasons is Kobe Green.
Well, he can finish. We've seen that 3 times already.
Foul marked up on Mitchell Burchett, his first. With the team's second. And Kobe Green at the line, knocks it down.
Finishes the and one. Look at Dallastown. They're just going to keep that token pressure on you. Now, here's what you got to be careful of. If you spin move, you'll see them come back and try to set a trap on you. Another turnover by Red Lion.
Yeah, Red Lion just really having a tough time. And there's Green again. He gets a good look. Not going to go this time. 2 out of 6 for the 3-point line so far for Dallastown. And Red Lion needs to find some kind of rhythm, but the man-to-man defense is not letting it happen. The quick hands, and you see it here. Green goes up and puts it away. Jadon Green having a great first quarter here. And Dallastown having their way with Red Lion.
Jadon Green gets the turnover and the dunk. That's 5 turnovers for Red Lion in the first quarter. That's something that's got to be limited.
Burchett has it. Again, it's knocked away. Is it going to be Red Lion's ball? Yes. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. And the foul will be called on Dallastown. That'll be Leaky Uganupe, his first, team 3rd against the Wildcats. Wildcats and the Lions here tonight. As Kane Bowers checks in the game now for Dallastown. In there as well as Ryan Snyder just checking into the game. And DJ Smith. Here's a little flex offense. Trying to get Dennis in low, but the guards drop it off the double team again here, Todd, and on the break, and they throw it away.
Dallastown is playing such good defense in the half-court set, forcing the 6th turnover in the first quarter here. Red Line's got to settle down in their half-court offense. And then they turn the ball right back over to them, Dallastown. Their 2nd turnover this game.
I'm really impressed with Dallastown's quickness so far, Jeff. I mean, they have that little run and jump at half court where they come after you.
Look at DJ Smith right now. He's creating some havoc out there.
And hands-on body there.
What's good about Dallastown's defense is the on-ball pressure. They really, if one of the things I think Red Lion's going to have to do to make an adjustment is they're going to have to tell the point guard to maybe to give it up to somebody else and relieve that pressure. But that on-the-ball pressure is relentless, and that is forcing turnovers for Red Lion.
I think it's gotten into Red Lion's head, too, a little bit.
So Mike Grassel, wholesale substitutions here at the end of the quarter as he sends yet another player in the game. Kurt Dahlmeyer checks in for Red Lion. Or check that for Dallastown. He'll replace Kane Bowers, who just in for a moment. Red Lion's got to find some kind of rhythm here. And the hands for Dallastown, I think that's been the story of the first quarter here, Todd.
Yeah, they're just relentless with the on-ball pressure.
There's another 3 look, another one not going to go. And quickly, Dallastown back on the other end. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Got a free one. The 3 look. This one not going to happen. Do they have time to get a shot off? There it is to end the quarter. Does it go? No. And that's the end of the first quarter. Dallastown having their way with Red Lion 19-4 here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools through their A-Plus program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giant-foodstores.com/school-rewards to learn more. This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game, we will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider the consequences of take the call, risk it all. And we challenge students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as a part of the It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit www.itcanwait.com. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peytonwalker.org.
Yep, the other green has 10.
Welcome back to Red Lion High School. I'm Gary Sutton, alongside of me, Todd McCall and Jeff Thompson. In the first quarter, field goals made. 5 out of 11 for Dallastown boys for two-point land. From threes, 2 out of 6. On the other side, field goals for Red Lion, 2 out of 6. Doesn't sound too bad until you start to figure out how many turnovers they had in that first quarter. But nothing out of 3 so far for the three-point line. Todd?
Well, that's the first thing Steve Schmill said when he got in the huddle. Fellas, we had 6 turnovers in that first quarter. We've got to settle down on offense, break the on-ball pressure, meaning someone else is good. All 5 guys might have to bring this ball up.
By the way, I want to make my mistake clear. I had said 33 was somebody else. It's Mason Urey for Red Lion who scored that second bucket. So here they go. In the middle, they find Devontae, but he's not able to get that one to go down.
He's getting some of those bunny looks. If he finished those, they'd be right in this ball game.
2 of 7 from the field so far, and 2 points for Red Lion.
And here's Red Lion's adjustment. Coach Steve Schmill has gone to man-to-man.
Yep.
That was needed. He couldn't stay in the zone any longer, and I get that. I was happy enough to coach Steve Schmill in my first job at Palmyra, so I wanted to.
There's another 2 shots up. How about 3? Does that work? Yes, it does. And the stick back by Liki Ukunupe as 3 shots to get it, but hey, eventually you did.
Liki coming off the bench and providing that little spark for Dallastown right now.
There's Red Lion trying to get a corner shot. You can see why Dallastown is a tough out for anybody. Great move coming across the baseline. Another missed field goal. And then another one on the drive to the basket, but a foul on the play as Evan Watt, with a good hard drive to the basket, he'll go to the line.
Evan Watt, just a sophomore. He had to, that's probably a great thing to tell a sophomore to do. Listen, when you got an opportunity to get to the basket, draw a foul.
So Evan Watt at the line. First one is up and good for Watt. And he'll get another one. So right now, Jeff, if you're looking at Red Lion, what do they have to do to get into any kind of rhythm here?
Well, they're being beat in almost every facet of the game. Rebounding, turnovers, and shooting. I think they've got to pick up their defense and have a little confidence offensively.
The Watt scores there with the clock stop. So here as we start second quarter, 6:43 to go. 21-6. Dallastown leads it. Just so impressed with their pressure on the ball thus far, Todd.
That's what's been the difference in this game.
Little inside screen, and then a takeaway here. You might want to see one going down here. And there's Devontae Green getting his first easy shot of the night. Devontae Dennis, rather. Used to saying Green all over the place.
Devontae, I knew when he got it. I'm sorry about that, Gary. I knew when he got that. And he made it look. Did he make it look so casual? I mean, just to kind of walk in the park for that dunk.
So Dallastown right now with 4 unanswered as they're posting up on Gobi Green there. Another look for the foul line, and things are going cold here for Dallastown all of a sudden. Now they're 7 out of 15, and Red Lion with 4 unanswered.
Good opportunity here for Red Lion.
13. Still that hounding pressure from Dallastown. Devontae Dennis kicking far side, and there's another steal for the Wildcats. and quickly to the basket. And what a finish that time for Michael Dixon.
Michael Dixon, wow. How quick he got up the floor and closed out.
And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 21-8 here in the second quarter. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Mom, can we have burgers? Sure. Can we have fries? Yep.
Can we have milkshakes?
You got it.
Can we get a motorcycle?
Nutritious twists they'll actually like at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Nature's Promise packaged meat or seafood products, 25% off.
And welcome back to Red Lion High School, where Dallastown leads it in the first of two here tonight. The girls' game will be the second one, a battle for first place in the YAIA Division I matchup. We got a kind of another look here from Dallastown, at least a soft 1-2-2, Jeff.
Well, they're not putting a lot of pressure on, but so far it's disrupting Red Lion's confidence, whatever they do.
Red Lion.
Red Lion.
You guys got to get back down here to York County tonight. And there's one stuck, and the ball goes back to Dallastown. So when it's going bad, Todd, on your shooting, right?
It really is. I mean, that's 8 turnovers for Red Lion, and on top of that, with shooting the ball, it's just got a lid on the rim right now.
We have a Jack Giambavo halftime shootout coming up tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun with that as John Polly handles that down there along with you, Todd. So looking forward to our first shootout of the year and also our Jack Giambavo halftime report.
Yeah, it's for a 43-inch TV, Gary. I'd like to take one of those home myself.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see you running out the back door with that. So here's Dixon with a drive. And another three for the quarter. And that's how you get a three. That's textbook right there. As knocking it down is Ryan Snyder.
You ever see when a team gets things going and everything starts going? Maybe that's a shot that Snyder doesn't take all the time, but he can hit it. And look at it. They're going inside out in the game, and everything's working right now.
And I'll tell you what, the trapping, the different pressure points right now for Dallastown is really, really effective.
Well, the game's a lot easier when you're up 18 points, that's for sure.
But as we saw the other night, you know, knowing what you're doing when you're up 18 and learning how to make sure you value a possession, that's really an important part of the game.
That's what I would say is honoring possession. With 8 turnovers, that's been difficult for Red Lion tonight.
They're basically running like a 4-round right now on Dennis. And there's the one problem that they have. They're not making Dallastown, be honest, with the outside shot. And so far, they're nothing out of 4 from the 3-point range.
They really haven't honestly had to really even guard the perimeter because Red Lion just can't seem to find a shot to go in.
And Steve Schmel said if they're going to be really good this season, they're going to have to hit those outside shots, which they've not shown that ability, at least to this point in the game, of doing thus far, with 3:58 to go to the half. And a foul is called.
I do want to say it's Steve as a player, Steve Schmel, the head coach as a player. That's what he could do, was knock down the long ball. Now, I had an opportunity, like I said, to get to coach him, and it was a pleasure to do that in my first coaching job at Palmyra. I was a 9th grade coach. As 7th grade, we moved him up, so that tells you how good he was, even 2 years ahead of the 9th grade.
2 fouls on Devontae Dennis here. It's a 3rd team foul against Red Lion. And here they get back to the 3-2 zone now.
Well, they've got to do something. That Dallastown was going to spread the court and just go to the basket.
Another 3. Not going to go. That's their 8th of the game, but the ball will stay with Dallastown. Man, when it's going right, guys. The blue and white have it going right so far.
It is, and I think a lot. Let's say one other thing that Dallastown's doing so well is they're getting inside touches. They're going inside out, and that's making Red Lion have to play defense on every single player tonight because of the ball movement.
Well, and the other thing, too, is blocking out in that zone, 3-2 zone. They're not doing a particularly good job there. Another free look from Snyder in the corner. This one not going to happen, and Devontae Dennis pulls down the rebound.
And when you say free look, it's not only a free look, it's an uncontested look, not even a hand in his face. That's one thing I've seen here in a couple games that we've called, Gary, is players not closing out on players, not getting the hand out there.
That's going to be the first foul on Jadon Green. And that's going to be the 7th team foul, so we stroll back to the other end where Devontae Dennis is going to go to the line.
He'll go to the line for the first time here tonight.
61% free throw shooter on the season. Back into the game now comes Mason Uri for the Lions. So Devontae Dennis, who has 4 points so far tonight, makes it 5 here.
Red Lion at least a perfect 3 for 3 from the foul line tonight.
Not a lot of free throws shot in this game so far. Dallastown on the other side, 1 out of 1. And just like that, we give them the hex, right?
We did it. I knew as soon as we started talking about it. How about it?
So here's Dallastown right now, trying to figure out again. Now this time it's back to man-to-man.
Yeah, they're going to mix the defenses up. And they're going to face guard. They're actually face guarding a few players, in particular Jeff Nemeke on the. I'm sorry, Roman Owens on the Dallastown team's getting face guarded.
They pass the ball well, and they're very patient. Jeff Thompson. They are really doing a good job here, massaging the possession and finishing it off nicely there. As very quickly, one of the guys you talked about to start the game, Michael Dixon, shows he knows how to get through there as well.
They're very comfortable is what they are.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it, because they're just sitting on offense and they're not having to change anything so far. Whereas they're changing everything the Red Lion's doing. And finally, Dennis gets a free look there, knocks down a deuce.
He's got 7. He's got to get going here a little bit. See if he can cut this lead with 2 minutes to go before half.
2:17 to go here until the half. And losing it out of bounds. And you got 2 officials making 2 different calls there for a second. I really thought he lost that out of bounds, but ball will stay with Dallastown. Kurt Dahlmeyer trying to drive the baseline there. Like I said, when it's going right, guys.
You're right.
Roman Owens with a player control foul here. That'll be his first. So the ball goes back to Red Lion. You know, Jeff, one of the things that Dallastown's done so well tonight, they've changed up defense and they changed up pressure points. Here it's full court, next time down it's 3/4, next time down it's half, and so you're never quite sure where they are, and I think it's causing Red Lion to kind of hesitate a bit.
Well, as comfortable as Dallastown is, Red Lion is that uncomfortable.
They got another good shot out there from 3, but couldn't hook up. They're nothing out of 5 from the 3-point line, and there's a walk there. They got away with it.
I was just going to say it was an extra hop, and clearly got away with it. Burchett did.
It wasn't even a Euro step. That was kind of like a Euro Asian step there, maybe 2 cottons.
He hopped from here to Maryland, Gary, but that's all right. They'll get the ball back, Red Lion will. And this is a possession, and look at down 28-11, 1:42 to play. Honoring every single possession right here. I just feel like I see too many Red Lion players standing around and kind of watching. Got to keep that movement going, because Dallastown doesn't even have to shift on their defense. They can stay in a shell principle defense, and they don't even have to move right now.
Here's a drive by Uri, and Uri tries to dump it off, and another turnover there. So the turnovers have been a real problem for Red Lion here in the first half. They're down 28-11 with 1:26 to go until the half. And again, our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up, but our Jack Giambalvo halftime shootout will be happening as well. And Adam Naylor will be our halftime shooter. He gets a shooter from half court, and you're going to be down there to take care of that, Todd McCall.
Yeah, I'll be happy to do that. Hope he makes it. 9 turnovers, by the way, you mentioned it. 9 turnovers for Red Lion.
Another tough look going to the basket by Dixon, and quickly Red Lion back on the other end. I'll tell you one of the things that happened. Dallastown again, there's that pressure. There's another turnover. Dallastown loses it momentarily.
I didn't see who they signaled. Okay, they're going to signal.
And Dallastown lost it right back. So one of their few turnovers here in the first half.
They only have 4, and that's another reason they're up big right now, is the turnover battle. You know, at this juncture in the season in January, you start wanting to limit those turnovers, man. You want to be in single-digit turnovers. You're already at 10 for Red Lion, 4 for Dallastown.
There's a good pass to the middle. Now you get a nice shot. Can you knock it down? No. That 3-point line has been cold for Red Lion here in the first half.
I feel like one of the problems, too, Red Lion has right now tonight is Dallastown, every single guy is a threat to score. And, I mean, you can watch it. And this guy in particular with the ball, I'm glad you brought him up, Coach Thompson, and you can allude to it. He can really play, Dixon can. I mean, Dixon does a lot of things that's just unnoticed.
Down to 10 seconds now. Here goes your drive. Dixon going, looking. They're going to get shut out here if they're not careful. Dixon gets a little shot off, and a foul called out front before the shot gets off. which is good for Red Lion, actually, because it's only the 4th team foul.
It'll be on the floor. So they'll have 3.5 seconds, Gary, to get this shot off. And I look for him to run somebody down along the baseline. In particular, they might want to look at Roman, but they're going to give it back to Dixon.
Dixon lets it go, not going to go, and that is going to end the first half. Dallastown in a one-sided affair so far, 28-11. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for your Jack Giambalvo halftime report here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
My father years ago told me, own your own business. That was my inspiration. And February 1st of 1996, we opened up as Capital Region Insurance Agency.
Throughout my entire life, seeing my dad how successful he was and learning the way he was actually able to communicate with people and help them, whatever their needs may be, it made me want to get more involved. I'm most proud of helping continue my dad's legacy, helping the surrounding communities, businesses, and families.
We try to wow our customers, let them know that we are here for them. If they can't get into our office, we would take the time and go visit them. This really differentiates ourselves from the 1-800-WHO-DO-YOU-GET. Whether it's financial services, auto, home, life, commercial, we hold their hands, bring them through the process. We let them understand that we know what we're doing and they feel comfortable when they leave here.
I think it makes it more personal and more family-oriented, definitely more of a friendly environment.
What I'm most proud of is the hard work, and it's enabled me to ensure clients, to provide protection for them, to let them sleep well at night.
And welcome back here as we are ready for our half-court shootout. And there you go. How about that? Right out of the gate, our first one of the year. And Todd McCall down there, and Todd is walking around over there. He's going to try to get hold of this young man and get him together, and that's what Todd's doing right now. But how about that? What a 43-inch screen TV is the and let's get on down to Todd McCall right now as he's got our winner here in the first shot of the year at half court. And we're
all right, guys, welcome back to halftime. Dallastown, Red Lion. I'm with Adam Naylor. You just nailed a top-of-the-key, really NBA shot, and you did nothing but the bottom of the net. The Jack Giambalvo big-time shot went down. Tell me what happened when it left your hands, man.
I
want to know right away, are you going to go home now with that 43-inch TV?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to present it to you on behalf of Jack Giambalvo. That is your HD TV. I think you should mount that on your bedroom wall. Which wall will it be, man?
Right across from my bed, right in my bedroom. Yeah.
All right, this is Mr. Adam Naylor from Red Lion. He just hit the Jack Giambalvo NBA big-time three, 43-inch TV. Back to you, Gary.
And welcome back, and we're going to head to a break. It's 28-11. Excitement here in Red Lion tonight with our first winner of the Jack Giambalvo halftime shootout, and we'll have more in our Jack Giambalvo halftime report right after this.
Awesome. These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home, but don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stellar Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. And I want to take a look at our halftime highlights here. And we're going to do that here in just a moment as we see the girls getting ready for the second half of our doubleheader here tonight. Let's take a look at those highlights. First of all, our Members First Federal Credit Union highlights. And take me through it here, guys.
I mean, right away it started just really high percentage shots for Kobe Green. We highlighted him in the pregame. Those are the great things he does. And then a lot of effort on the boards. Green really was early on. He had an early 8 points. He had 9 overall in the first half. And little things like this, cutting and slashing. Look at that shot. How far away, that varsity extension.
Beautiful finger roll. Here comes back the other end, Red Lion, Devontae Dennis with a nice finish.
And how about that little alley-oop, which might be the play of the game so far. This guy could knock it down. Jaden Green, especially when you're standing still there, and gives a little bit of Michael Jordan pose at the end.
Yeah, he was feeling it early in that first quarter, and he drilled a couple big threes.
And again, notice he took him in rhythm. That was the main thing. And then back on the other end, it goes to Kobe Green, who says, yep, we could do it in transition as well.
Did you see that pass from Michael Dixon, who leads the team in assists? Beautiful.
And then we see Green with Jadon Green with yet another one. And Dallastown is pumped up. This game always pumps up both these teams, with Dallastown right now by far and away. Azukanupe with a good stick back there on a blue-collar basket. And then a little answer on the other end from Devontae Dennis. And you see our halftime stats, our CRIA halftime stats. Take a look at those guys. It says it all. 10 of 19 for Dallastown, 2 points, 3 of 9 for 3. Nothing out of 6 for Red Lion. 4 out of 10, but the number of turnovers there is really standing out to me, Todd.
That was the big thing. I mean, well, 2 things. The 10 turnovers, and they have not been able to hit one of those long-range shots, being 0 for 6 from out there. And it's not like Dallastown shooting the ball from 19-9 any better, but really, that's tough.
Well, and the rebounds, too. It's 19-11 in rebounds. So Dallastown really dominating everything here so far. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back with more of our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. Boy, we have so many games going on tonight, I might be in another place. Anyway, we're looking forward to it. 28-11 here at the half. Dallastown leads it. It's all on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
My father years ago told me, own your own business. That was my inspiration. And February 1st of 1996, we opened up as Capital Region Insurance Agency.
Throughout my entire life, seeing my dad how successful he was and learning the way he was actually able to communicate with people and help them, whatever their needs may be, it made me want to get more involved. I'm most proud of helping continue my dad's legacy, helping the surrounding communities, businesses, and families.
We try to wow our customers, let them know that we are here for them. If they can't get into our office, we would take the time and go visit them. This really differentiates ourselves from the 1-800-WHO-DO-YOU-GET. Whether it's financial services, auto, home, life, commercial, we hold their hands, bring them through the process. We let them understand that we know what we're doing and they feel comfortable when they leave here.
I think it makes it more personal and more family-oriented, definitely more of a friendly environment.
What I'm most proud of is the hard work, and it's enabled me to ensure clients, to provide protection for them, to let them sleep well at night.
And welcome back to Red Lion High School, where it's been all Dallastown all the time so far tonight, 28-11. They lead it here at the half. So I want to go inside each coach's huddle right here, and I'm going to take you, first of all, to Todd McCall. Go inside Steve Schmel's huddle. You know, it's tough when you walk into halftime. You're down 17. You've only scored 11 points. What do you say to your team?
Well, the first thing is you're going to say, can we please limit those turnovers? It's you know, second week of January now. We're 5-5 coming in this one, guys. You cannot turn over the rock. Let's relieve the pressure. Let's let somebody else bring it up. Hey, sometimes you might even have to have a 4-man or 5-man to bring the ball up a little bit to relieve the pressure. I've seen that happen. I know that sounds far-reaching, but let's honor our possession. He's telling them to.
Great point. Honor that possession. Take care of it. Somehow you're going to have to figure out a way to beat the ball pressure so far at Dallastown. It's not just the lane pressure. The ball pressure is immense so far. Jeff Thompson on the other side of your coach Mike Grassel, you walk into that huddle, you got a smile on your face and a song in your heart, right?
But you're looking for good execution, and also players 6 through 12 have a chance to audition for more playing time.
Well, one of the things, too, that you want to say to your team is we're going to get into some time and score situations here now. We got a 17-point lead. They can't catch them if they don't have the basketball. They did a good job in the first half, I thought, of really honoring exactly what Todd said, honoring the possession, getting good shots in their half-court offense, and creating new possessions and getting scores on the transition.
Yeah, and they were smooth, and throughout they were smooth.
So we get ready here to start in just a moment, 30 seconds to go. And big key to the second half, cut down on turnovers if you're Red Lion. On the other side of your Dallastown, take care of the basketball, build on the lead, and keep the defensive pressure on. That's been a recipe that's worked so well so far. Gary Sutton with you, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson, and all of our crew, Chad Edwards and the Invicta crew here tonight, bringing you this doubleheader. And I have a feeling we're going to have a few more fans rolling in here before the end of the evening. This is a beautiful facility here at Red Lion. And, of course, Don Dimoff and his Lions are going to be going up against Dallastown and Jay Rexroth in the next game, and that's one a lot of people are looking forward to. Both those teams tie for first place, so it's a first place matchup and a big early season classic here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Your scoring here at the half, Devontae Dennis leading all scorers for Red Lions so far, as he's got 9 points. And then Evan Watt, the only one able to get some points there. He has 4, all from the free throw line, so only 4 field goals there in the first half. And Lee Couchman, or Kaufman Banks rather, also with a deuce there as well. So we get ready here in the third quarter to get it all started. 5 seconds in, and it'll be Red Lion basketball.
Yeah, they got to find something here early on.
You got to get a little something to build your confidence here. And as you said, I think stringing together a couple good possessions would be a good start. As Evan Watt with the basketball here at the point. Dallastown, no changes there, still man-to-man.
Look out for the double, yeah. You got to feel that double coming, because Dallastown's going to start sending some different stuff at you.
Dallastown, again, only 1 game out of first place, but 3 teams are tied for first. And there's the hard move to the basket by Jadon Dennis, or Devontae Dennis rather, and Devontae Dennis will be fouled, and the foul's going to be on Kobe Green.
Yeah, they got Kobe kind of reaching across the arms of Devontae Dennis when he tried to make the pass, so the foul was on the pass.
Second foul on Green. Underneath it goes, and Dennis, good little ball fake, and Devontae Dennis in for his first 2 points in the second half.
Yeah, he has 9 already tonight.
Here's Dallastown.
Look at the patience on offense.
Well, and they tease with that little drive, and then they'll kick it out a lot of times, and then you tease with the drive there. And good defense that time as Dennis got his hands in there.
Yeah, I see a little more spark from Redline to start the second half. They stole an offensive rebound early.
And there's a great example, though, of not honoring the possession you just created, Todd, with throwing it away very quickly. You want to take the possessions right now over the fast break.
You do. It's all about that possession. Literally finding high percentage shots. That was a kind of just a loose cannon type pass, and it goes right back into Dallastown's hands.
I like what Mike Grassel just did, too, with Kane Bowers to come out. He says, hey, possession. If it's a contested layup, we're throwing it away. We don't want to do that. Although it was Redline actually threw the ball away there. So Kane Bowers over there and a little teaching moment for Grassel. There's a good drive to the basket again. And checking in is Roman Owens with his first deuce of the night. And Dallastown on the board again.
Roman's been a little quiet. He really hadn't had to do much with, some of the other help with Jadon Green hitting some big shots and Dickinson in the first half.
There's your drive again. And what you have there is a big guy, Mason Uri, trying to do an awful lot with the basketball on the baseline, Jeff.
And Roman was up to the challenge. It looked like it could have been off Mason.
Mason Uri's just he's 6'7". He's just a sophomore as well. So there's a couple sophomores starting for this team as Steve Smith continues to build it.
Devontae Dennis. Nice shot there. Just a hard rim and not going to go. So here comes Dallastown quickly on the other end. Look at Dixon, though. Pulls it out in the half court. Then you get that three. Not going to go down. So 3 out of 10 tonight from the three-point line of the Wildcats. Here you get a long look for the corner. Another missed three. And so far tonight, Red Lion has yet to hit one as Dennis starting to heat up a little bit here. He'll go hard to the basket and get fouled on the play.
That's a prime example that I want to point out is, notice that Dennis did not stand still when the ball went inside. He cut to the basket hard. You got to have movement on your offense. You can't stand around. That's a prime example of why he's going to the foul line right now.
Ukanupe with his 3rd foul as Dennis will complete yet another free throw. He's 2 out of 3 there so far tonight.
They're 4 for 5 from the foul line.
Devontae Dennis. And make it another one as he's now 3 out of 4 from the free throw line to go on with 4 field goals. So 11 points in the game now for Devontae Dennis. 30-15. They cut the lead down by 3 here in this quarter so far. Man-to-man offense.
Redline is just merely trying to keep Dallastown in front of them.
Great post up to Green, and Green not the best shot at the end of that.
Yeah, he's a little too far underneath the basket.
And then back on the other end, a missed shot by Uri as well. So quickly in the other end comes Michael Dixon. A little pick and roll there with Green.
That ball stay here in Dallastown. Look at what Michael Dixon does for his team. It's just he does so much about getting the ball. And
one of the things in the modern game of basketball now, people love to dribble that baseline, then kick it far corner for the 3 or that. Penetrate, kick it to the wing. And that's right there how you get it. You saw a great job by Dixon of driving in there and then kicking it back out, and then he ended up going out to the 3 himself and got rewarded.
Faded right to the 3.
4th 3 of the night now by Dallastown. Watt will pull it back out. Mitchell Burchett trying to go up hard, but it's going to be a jump ball, and the ball belongs to the Wildcats.
Mitchell Burchett, he thought he had an easy one. What did they call a jump ball?
Yeah, Ryan Snyder got his hand in on that one.
Yeah, so Dallastown will get the ball. Man, tough possession, there was an opportunity right there 5 foot away, and those hands of Dallastown so quick. Can't emphasize enough.
Say, if you think about the one thing on this game tonight, the hands of Dallastown, that really has been the key story here in this game so far, which is causing the turnovers for Red Lion. Trying to post Dixon up there and then just inverting right away. And here's Dixon with another good look. He passes it up, though. Always looking for the better shot, this time throwing it away as he looked inside for Roman Owens. Here comes Red Lion. Going to get another look at three. Can they hit this one? No. Again, another miss. Uri fighting inside, loses it, brings it down low. Nothing out of 7 so far from the three-point line for the Lions. Oh, a little fancy one and not going to pay off there for Dallastown. And quickly, here's Red Lion back at the other end. Uri kicks it, finds Michael Drew, and then up inside goes Uri.
Uri has 4 points. 5 foot away, he can finish 33-17. How about Red Lion if they get a stop here? Getting themselves, maybe digging themselves out of this hole somewhat.
Crawling back into the game with 3:18 to go here in the third quarter. There's Green, and he's going to get called for the walk. So all of a sudden, Dallastown not looking quite as smooth as they were earlier here, Jeff.
Well, I think the defense of Red Lion, the man-to-man, is paying some dividends early in this second half.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Dallastown looked very comfortable attacking the zone earlier, and even the man-to-man in the second quarter. Now they look like they're a little bit out of kilter, and I think Mike Grassel sees that as well. He's going to call timeout. It's 33-17. Dallastown leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
And there you see a would-be Red Lion player in the future, maybe play for Coach Dimoff when he's winning his 1000th game. He won 500 now. We're getting ready for the game tonight, and it's nice to see so many young kids out here and their families. It's still a great family game, and you see family on the back of the Dallastown uniform there. They've been playing like a family so far, right, Todd?
They really have. I mean, a very united family, one that everyone touches the ball in the family. Those are the types of family I like.
Well, we've seen a lot of games where maybe the ball isn't shared as well as it has been tonight.
Yeah, and of course tonight I think one of the things that happens too is when we do see a player that just works with the basketball, you see other players standing around. That's just a common thing in the game of basketball. I think Red Lion's trying to get more and more people involved. They're getting good shots. They're just not able to hook up on them thus far. Let's see if that changes here. Mike Grassel called a timeout, and he's going to go back to yet another different pressure point here with a 1-2-2 trap.
Yeah, this 1-2-2, he's just token. He just kind of backs it off, kind of almost half court. You know what this does? This is running time off the clock. This is a great way to control the game.
And then give it a different look, as I don't know if Red Lion was sure they dropped back into a man-to-man, which they did there. And Red Lion, I think, got fooled on the play.
That's Red Lion's second turnover this half, 12 overall.
Here's Dallastown. Let's see if they settle down a little bit in the offense and what they do to attack this man-to-man. They're really trying to post up Kobe Green a lot down there.
Yeah, and I remember much more like when we had Kobe last year, when we had him in that York game that they upset York. He was much more out on the perimeter. He's kind of playing the role of a 5 a little bit, 4 or 5.
Well, and you look at Mitchell Burchett. He's been doing a good job on him down there.
Yeah, Burchett is very physical. I remember him last year, too, just kind of being that guy that does a lot of little things for Red Lion.
Well, what Dallastown just did is they spread out the whole offense and created a driving lane or a cutting lane. They're taking Green inside. They're occupying a lot of space on him, and what's happened is now it's opened up for the guards, Todd.
And if I was Red Lion, I'd have to set in the paint and say, all right, you're going to have to continue hitting those 3 balls as well as you did in the first half, because if you get that offense spread like that and Dixon gets the ball, it's over.
And there he get it inside. Green getting up with the shot. He's going to be fouled. And so Green is going to head back to the free throw line. And so the foul will be on Burchett. That's his second.
Kobe is 1 for 1 from the foul line. They've only shot the one first half, make it 2 for 2 for him.
Haven't needed the free throw very much so far. He's got a very flat free throw shot, doesn't he? But it hits net.
Yeah, he does. He finishes it from the foul line. He's short on that one.
Well, and there's what I was talking about. So 2 out of 3 so far for the free throw line tonight. 10 points, make that 12 points of the game now for him.
1-2-2 providing. Look at this. It's running time.
They
this
just
is clock management.
hassle you too. They always either show trap or they trap. And it just gives you the illusion there's like 6 players out there. And finally, Red Lion able to hook one up downtown as it's Evan Watt with a 3. And that'll send us to a break here. It's 34-20. Dallastown leads it. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
$34-20. Dallastown leads it here as we have an upper deck here. It's a huge place. Big track around the upper part here. Jeff, this is the kind of place you could work out on a regular basis. I used to coach in here with Coach Dimoff for a number of years, and one of the things that happened was you got all this space in here. It's a big place compared to the old gym, which is upstairs. And the old gym, you could hear banging around up in the upper part, but down here, this is more like a college gymnasium.
Well, we could run laps, Gary, you and I, at between the next game.
Slow down a little bit. We're not going to get that crazy yet.
Yeah, it just, as you talked about the facility, when you come up onto this facility, you've got such, it's even bigger than a Division III facility. It's more like a Division II, PSAC type school. Size-wise in the gym, it's beautiful to watch basketball down here and football.
Exactly. Absolutely. Horn Field is one of the best fields, maybe the best field in the whole league.
I would agree.
Huge. On a big hillside, and kind of reminds you of the old-time stadiums. Here's Dallastown again. They'll massage this possession, 1:47 to go, and they're in no hurry right now.
Absolutely. Look at this. This is clock management. This is a great job by aggressors, and the staff is just, they're just going to look at that. Get the one we want.
Oh, and good job getting up there and blocking that shot by Devontae Dennis.
That's the 4th turnover then out of Dallastown in the second half.
And here you go, driving hard to the basket will be Michael Drew. And the foul will be called against Ryan Snyder. For Snyder, his 2nd foul. 4th team foul now against Dallastown. They lead by 14, 1:27 to go in the 3rd quarter. Don't forget, coming up after the game, our Giant post-game show. We'll have our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game and our Hoffman Ford player of the game. So the shot here by Michael Drew is good.
6 for 7 is Red Lion.
So the free throw line tonight, a pretty good number, as Drew is now 2 out of 2. Those are first 2 points of the night for Michael Drew. So they've cut it now to 13. So we'll give credit for 1 out of 2 there. We said 2 out of 2, my mistake. So 1 out of 2.
That's a foul. I think that foul call is going to go against, I'm not sure, was it Mike Drew? Man, I mean, Mike Dixon went to the floor hard.
And that'll be the 3rd foul against Michael Drew now. So to the free throw line goes Michael Dixon.
And it shows that Dallastown has 4 of their 5 starters back. This team is well oiled for like a good deep playoff run.
Dixon with a rare miss tonight from the free throw line. He's got 7 points in the game.
Ooh, he got hit hard, didn't he? Right in the eye.
So Dixon now stands in for his 2nd. And Dixon is up and good.
3 for 5 from the foul line is Dallastown.
Here's a 2-2-1 now in the backcourt. Yet another defense. They every time a different point of pressure. And that's what's keeping Red Lion off balance, as a tough shot up by Dennis. That's what it does. It takes you out of your rhythm and makes a tough shot, and then Dallastown throws it away on the other end with 53.3 seconds to go here in the 3rd.
Now, this is one thing they're going to look at when they look at this on game film. They've now had 5 second-half turnovers, as opposed to having those 2 in that first half. Now they're up, they're at 9 turnovers now for the game.
And 14 points right now. They were up by 16 at the half. Make that 17 at the half. And so, down now to a manageable number. If you get a bucket here, Jeff Thompson, you get it down to the 12-point area. Hey, who knows?
There's hope. There is hope.
Red Lion has cut down on the turnovers a bit this quarter.
I got to give credit. Evan Watts doing a better job handling the pressure of the sophomore point guard.
There's your double team. Kick it back out to Dennis. Dennis might have a driving lane here if he looks. Dallastown just does not let you have an uncontested three very often.
They play great fundamental shell defense in their man-to-man help side.
Oh, and a nice move posted up down there as Devontae Dennis puts in his 5th field goal. He has 13 points on the night. And then a great pass underneath, finding a cutting Kane Bowers for an easy 2.
Kane Bowers where he needs to be, moved well without the ball. Look at.
And how about Dennis takes the length of the court. And they're going to count it at the buzzer. And did they call the foul? They sure did.
He's got a chance at an and one. Look at this right here. This is a big free throw for Red Lion.
Yeah, you cut it to 11 right here as Devontae Dennis can hit this one. And he does. So Devontae Dennis now he has 13 points in the game. 37-26. We head to the 4th. We got a basketball game here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools through their A-Plus program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giant-foodstores.com/school-rewards to learn more. This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game, we will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider the consequences of take the call, risk it all. And we challenge students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as a part of the It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit www.itcanwait.com. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness in survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peytonwalker.org. Welcome back to Red Lion High School. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson with you. Jeff, they cut it down to 11 points at Red Lion in that quarter. You're talking about the opening 2 or 3 minutes here of the 4th quarter. Talk about that.
Well, for one thing, they have some momentum on their side, and they've got to use that momentum and try to cut into this 11-point lead. They did a nice job at the end of that quarter, and I think they can continue to do that if Dennis can stay alive. They've got a pulse now.
Dennis really doing some damage here at the end of the quarter, Todd. But if you're Dallastown right now, you still have an 11-point lead. And Red Lion really needs to own these opening 2 or 3 minutes.
They do. They started turning the ball over. They had 5 second-half turnovers, and that Red Lion's capitalizing on it. Dennis getting up and down the floor a little bit.
And there's what you can't do is give it up too early, as you saw Michael Drew. And one of the things a point guard has to do is to make people commit to the basketball. And right there, they're committing to lanes. Early passes there will do that. And if you're that tight out there playing that lane pressure, you probably have a driving lane there if you're Michael Drew. So important to get that offense where you're making the other team do things they don't want to do.
Nice backdoor cut.
Evan Watt with a nice pass inside, and again he gets Devontae Dennis open underneath. That's 17 points in the game now for Dennis, right on his season average. But give credit there for Watt for penetrating and kicking it off. Now you get a little different look from Red Lion here.
You got to attack those gaps, and if you settle for this right here, this is going to play in the hands of Red Lion.
Oh, they needed to cover that rebound and didn't do it. Good hands though by Dennis. He seems to be everywhere right now using that long, wiry frame, and he's going to get a foul called. Looks like it's going to be marked up against Roman Owens. If so, that'll be his second.
Now it's double-digit turnovers now again for Dallastown. That's 6 turnovers in the second half. That is where this gap has closed. I mean, that's just, basketball is one of those easy games when you turn the ball over and teams start capitalizing. That's the reason this wasn't a blowout, that it didn't get away from Red Lion.
Here's a 2-2-1 press again. You got to get a pass off and then beat the middle and look opposite. Oh, Watt's got a wide open 3, and he buries it. And Watt all of a sudden is operating on high voltage as he knocks it down from downtown, and that's his second 3 of the game.
Yeah, he has 8 points. He has 2 in a row, the 2 big ones. Look at this, a 6-point game now.
Hard to believe. It's almost like they snuck up on you. Now Dallastown has going cold for the 3-point line.
You got a nice opportunity here. This is why you want this possession to be really good.
Oh man, big one here and not going to go, but a rebound underneath, put back, and a foul called as good hustle by Mitchell Burchett.
Okay, they're gonna whistle Kane Bowers on the foul over the back, and Burchett again, good hustle. That's what he does. You got to give credit to Redline for, and Steve Schmidt for saying we're not backing down. We're going to just itch back in here because Dallastown started turning the ball over, not carrying for the possession.
Hey, this is Army-Navy. This is Bishop McDevitt Trinity. This is Dallastown Red Lion. You expect this kind of game coming back, Jeff.
Well, Redline's doing such a nice job on the boards right now. This whole second half, it's almost like a different game.
Well, this kid Burchett has done a good job defensively on Kobe Green here tonight in the second half. You see some of the outfits tonight. Girl expects a late game. She had her pajamas on there, right?
And Burchett missed a big one there.
Yeah, 1 point for Burchett now. 5-point lead for Dallastown. Has went from being a blowout to now just kind of hanging on. Remember, it was 28-11 at the half.
5-point game, man. This is again what we expected. Now look, this has allowed Redline kind of get back to a 1-3-1 they're playing against Dallastown right now.
21-9 run here in the second half for the Lions. There's your kick again. Dixon taking the shot. Needs to restore some order and does, as Dixon once again getting a wide open three down there, his second of the night. Dixon now with 11 points in the game. Big one there. And then another big one in the turnover. Evan Watt covers again. Watt toes it up, decides not to take it. I think Evan Watt has done a nice job here kind of progressing in this game tonight.
He has. Early on, he wasn't handling the pressure very well. And I even just mentioned, he's calmed down a little bit, and that's been the difference. Look at that turnover.
Michael Drew has a tap from behind. What do they always say? Influence from the front and tap from behind, right?
14 turnovers.
And that's still a huge number. Now if you're Dallastown, maybe you start to just kind of slow it down, get it wide like they did earlier, and create some of these driving lanes like this.
Well, I think it's an extra step, don't you?
Yeah, Euro step. Again, you don't need to force these shots right now, and Jadon Green forced a shot there. He hasn't really shot the ball the second half yet until there.
He hasn't. Boy, he hasn't had an opportunity. That's 6 turnovers. They're starting to turn the ball over, so it's not getting in the hands of the players that need to have it.
Jeff, what's Dallastown doing, or what's Red Lion doing rather here defensively in the second half that's bothering Dallastown so much?
Well, I think they're really clogging the lane. As you can see, Jaden thought he had a lane to the basket. He didn't have it closed down right away.
Yeah, they got away from trying to get out there and play all over the place to a nice job of clogging up the lane. Tough shot there by Devontae Dennis.
Boy, that was a big shot to miss right there for Red Lion.
That's where you want to use that left hand and finish off.
Red Lion extending this 1-3-1 now, and I like this. They put Mike Drew up at the top to really harass the ball handlers for Dallastown. Look at him.
And they're inviting you in, and as Jeff said, they're inviting you in to drive, which the 1-3-1 does, and then they're collapsing on you like an accordion.
Look how high they play the 1-3-1. Look, it's almost not like a 1-3-1 because look how active Devontae Dennis is at the top.
Well, they divide, actually jam up the middle by denying the post, who's Jadon Green. So they're running with a 2-1-2 here, but there's no pass available to the middle right now, courtesy of Mr. Burchett.
Well, this is the secret recipe for.
That's the shot you want right now. Again, another great job by Devontae Dennis with a block.
First of all, look how athletic he is. Second of all, that's a big-time player that can play football and basketball. Look at this one more time, Gary. It's going to be sweet to watch this.
Yeah, you love this kind of play right here. Defensive play, and he says, not here. This is my house. So finally a timeout by Mike Grassel, and we'll take one as well. It's 40-32. Dallastown leads it with 4:05 to go in the fourth on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
And back here at Red Lion, which was an exclamation point for Dallastown, has turned into at least a question mark here. 4:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Dallastown leads at 40-32. Todd McCall, what's Coach Grassel saying in that Dallastown huddle right now?
All right. He just looked at his score. He said, now we're down 8, and we're down 8 because we turned the ball over. Second of all, let's break this pressure. We've got to find a way to fake a pass and make a pass against that 1-3-1 and attack that gap, and that ball's got to get moved diagonal-wise.
For Steve Schmell over in the Red Lion huddle right now, what's he saying, Jeff?
Well, I think for Red Lion, they did a nice job of moving the ball and getting it inside and finishing strong. And I think they got to continue to do that. They can win this game shooting twos.
Well, they got to make sure that they handle the basketball here on the break, because on the break they have not been very, very good tonight at all in that way. And I think for Dallastown here, you want to get back into a rhythm here where you're getting shots out of rhythm, not out of individual effort, and they seem to kind of revert to that a little bit there in the third quarter.
Well, now they have the opportunity to do what they do, spread the floor, because Red Lion has gone to the man-to-man defense now.
But they're going into not the deep freeze here, looks like, but a controlled game. This is kind of the old Clemson Tiger paws. You just got to rotate 3 guards, and 2 guys stand at the elbows, Green on one and Jadon Green on the other one.
Yeah, you curl around the columns. That's what you do.
That's all you do, and you just switch sides with the guards, and you step out if you need help as a pressure release. Look at that, and that's exactly what you wanted right out of that break, as Dixon finds a way to get to the basket very easily and checks in with yet another point. He's now got 11 on the night.
Yeah. 11 big ones.
Dixon, I hate to go way back, but Phil Ford did that pretty well too in his day, and Dixon's doing it right now.
His was 4 corners, and there's Uri again, another point-blank shot, can't get it. Uri up with it again, can't get it, and taken down by Dallastown. So Dallastown has restored a little bit of order here, back to a double-digit lead with 2:55 to go, and they're going to be in no hurry now to score.
Well, time-wise, I think Red Lion and Steve Schmill went and Justin went to man-to-man because of the clock situation.
That is not the shot that I think Mike Grassel wanted right there.
Uh-oh.
And you end up with this coming up the court, and Devontae Dennis is going to get fouled. It'll be 2 shots as Jadon Green came back at the other end. That was not the shot that Dallastown wanted on that end, and I saw Mike Grassel kind of put his hands on his head there and just look for a second and say, that's not it.
And down on the other end here, what Red Lion had to do is they had to go man-to-man because the clock situation was 2:40. And as soon as they went man-to-man, Dallastown spread the floor, went into that stall situation right down the middle. That means that they've got to look at their game film coming on and moving on in this division as how they're going to be able to play man-to-man by getting 5 guys in the paint to stop them. Right now, you give up to 19-9. That's a good free throw, though, scoring without any time going off the clock.
And for Devontae Dennis tonight, 18 points in this one. 2:36 to go. 9-point lead now for the Wildcats. They're going to really spread this thing out. Do you start to go into the deep freeze now, or are you still looking for a layup if it's uncontested, Jeff?
I say layup city right now.
And Kobe Green's going to get called for the walk. He tried to make too much out of it. Again, right now, if Mike Grassel's going to be saying, if it's contested, kick it back out. If it's uncontested, take it.
7 second-half turnovers has made this game tighter, and that's the difference for Dallastown.
And the defense for Red Lion, switch between the 1-3-1 and a saggy man-to-man, has really been the key.
Right.
Good pass inside. Burchett comes up on the other side, uses the basket to his advantage, and Burchett in for his first deuce of the night to go along with the free throw. 3 points and 2:03 to go. It's not over yet. 42-35. Dallastown leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
And welcome back. Don't forget our giant post-game show coming up. Our Commonwealth Charter Academy Play of the Game. Can't wait to see what that is. We have about 3 or 4 tonight that could be on the nomination list. And the Hoffman Ford Player of the Game. That will be coming up here in just a few moments. About 2:03 left. Maybe. Unless Dallastown gives up a 7-point lead and Red Lion finds a way to make it up right now, Todd McCall.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. You're never out of a game right here at this juncture, but Dallastown does such a good job in their stall offense because they can keep the floor spread. They have 5 guys who can handle the ball on the floor. That's difficult.
And you see the respect that Red Line has for Dallastown here. They're not coming after him full court right here. Down 7. So they're down 3 possessions right now. If you look at it that way, they may be coming in half court with some kind of trap here.
Yeah, they're going to look to try to trap it. They're going to have to keep the ball to a side so that they cannot stall. By letting him come across there like that is how that stall's set up.
You got DJ Smith back in there to help handle the basketball right now as Red Line is trapping on the side, and it pays off. They knew exactly what they were doing there with Steve Schmel. 1:38 to go. Big possession coming up here. Got to get it across the line first. Corner, you got Evan Watt. He's been hot in the second half. Doesn't get this one to go. And off Dallastown, I think. Let's wait and see. And the official says, nope, it's going to be Dallastown's ball. So Steve Schmel says, I'll call timeout. 1:26 to go. Still a 7-point lead. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Well, that's a little bit of a sparse part of the crowd here tonight as they're up in the cheap seats here. But sitting back and the Dallastown colors on over there, so blue and white looks like. A little nonchalant at the moment. I'm sure a little more nonchalant than Mike Grassel is in his huddle, who's still looking how to guard a 7-point lead. And there's a sign of the times. Check it out, the text, right? During the course of the game, time of call.
They might be looking at our live stream.
Now, you know what? There you go. That's probably it. They're probably looking at the game. And the one girl's laughing, so I don't know if that's a good sign for us. But anyway, Gary Sutton, top of call. Jeff Thompson here. High School Sports Live crew with Chad Edwards and the Invicta crew, and we're having a great time here tonight. The first of 2 here in the Wildcat Lion matchup of the evening. And here is Dallastown trying to get in there. Red Lion going to be coming full court. You almost have to get a foul if you don't get the steal right here. And the ball will stay. No. Will go to Dallastown. No, it'll stay with Red Lion here. Good hustling play by Red Lion. 1:24 to go, 7-point lead. You need a quick bucket and then either a steal or a quick foul.
Well, Chet hustled to stay after that. He knew how important his possession was with 1:20 to play here.
And Dallastown really playing the 3-point line tough right now. Oh, I'm not sure. It wasn't a good shot coming up right there. Inside it goes. Oh, and an easy shot by Burchett. He can't get it to go down. And then the foul. Boy, they got exactly what they wanted that time, Todd.
They did. They moved well without the ball there. Burchett had exactly, man, he wish he had that one back.
Burchett with the foul. That's going to be his 3rd. So now you need to get the steal again.
And they can be really aggressive, too. They only have 14 fouls.
You got a man full court all by himself if you want him. Instead, Dallastown will handle the basketball. It can be fouled in the backcourt by Alice Connors, who's in there for that purpose right now. And you got to get a lot of fouls right now. You only have 5, so you got to foul very quickly to get Dallastown to the free throw line, so they're not going to continue just bringing in bounds. You got to foul quickly right here. You can't let much time go off. It's under a minute to go. Here comes the backside double team. Now Dallastown. There's a kick to the corner. You do not need a shot. Now 44 seconds to go. Dallastown not being fouled by Red Lion. A lot of time off the clock. I'm surprised they let that much go, Jeff.
Well, in a football game, they talk about time management at the end of a half or the end of a game, and you're right. They should have fouled about 20 seconds earlier.
Todd, one of the things you do in time and score situations when you coach is you coach time and score and where you're at in the game. And one of the things is teaching kids how to foul. A lot of kids don't know how to foul and how quickly you do that. And you set up all kinds of fake situations in practice where they can get used to doing exactly what they need to do right now.
You do, and you have to be very cautious of telling them to foul, never to grab jerseys, do anything that would become an intentional foul, because then they would get the Dallastown will get the ball back. But one of the things is always foul going for the ball. You never know.
There's an art to fouling. There really is, but you have to strip it. And every now and then you'll strip it and you'll get away with a cheap one and walk down with the ball on the other end, so you create a new possession.
You never know. Kobe Green came up big against Northeastern at the end of the game when they tried to foul him on purpose.
Well, and he is outstanding free throw shooter. Again, we said his shot is rather flat, but he's a very good shooter. 13 points here tonight unofficially. And his second shot is up. That one off the back of the iron. That's what happens when you have a flat shot. It's going to come back out to angle of entry equals angle of return, right? Flat in, flat out.
Yeah, that's where the ball comes off. So when you're a rebounder, you got to know if you got a teammate that shoots a little flat where that ball's going to come off of.
So an 8-point lead, 29.2 seconds to go. If you're red line, you're shooting now. Clock is stopped. Fourth foul there on Jadon Green. So Dallastown has all ball handlers on the floor at this point to get ready for the pressure. Burchett at the line. Make that Burchett, yep. And Burchett, 2 out of 3 so far tonight.
He's had a very nice game. 7 rebounds.
And good defensive game as well, I think. And he's now got 5 points tonight. And another timeout called. We'll stay right here. 29.2 seconds to go. A 6-point lead. Let's go into the red line huddle first, Todd. And, Steve Schmel, still a tough mountain to crawl, but only 29 seconds. He shot right there, 2 points without having to move any clock. What's he talking about?
Well, talking about immediately fouling, also talking about where to throw the double teams at, see if you can come up with a cheap steal, as you said. And more importantly, score any way you can. You don't worry about whether it's 2 or 3. Sometimes guys get in the habit of just starting to throw it up too much. He's going to tell you, look, we'll take the best basket available and then foul immediately.
On the other side, if you're in the huddle right now with Mike Grassel, he's saying, what, we got to handle the basketball well.
We have to handle the ball, be comfortable at the foul line, because they finish the game if they don't turn it over and they shoot their foul shots.
Yeah, exactly right. And so now you're making sure you got your best free throw shooters on the floor, your best ball handlers on the floor. And so Dallastown's coming out, and again, that heat's going to be coming in this trap from red line. 29.2 seconds to go. So it's fair to say if you don't get the steal in your red line, you got to foul immediately.
Yes.
Now they use the old jump out of bounds play, make your pass right there. Now you got to foul immediately, right now. And there's your foul. 3 seconds go off the clock. And that is finally the 7th team foul. So we'll walk to the other end, and Dallastown will have a chance to shoot one-on-one.
Yeah, these are big one-on-ones right here.
Absolutely right.
I think you have the right guy going to the line, though, in Dennis.
Well, with those
Dickinson,
3 guys down there, those are the 3 they wanted to shoot foul shots.
So at the line is Dixon. Played an outstanding game tonight. Dixon in the game this evening with 11 points, but his value has gone far beyond that in terms of assists, in terms of defense as well. So Dixon misses here, however. And quickly, red line with the basketball. You got to score quickly here and then get it back. Evan Watt has it blocked. What a great block by Ogunupe. And now red line throws it away, and that pretty much going to seal the deal here, as they're going to foul in the backcourt. Watt's going to foul, and Dixon's going to go back to the line. So tough one there, but a great block by Liki Ukunupe on a 3, which could have brought it back to a 3-point game.
Yeah, that it was a tough shot to try to, maybe a pump fake would have been well, but I just don't know if he could get that shot off, and that is Evan Watt there with those 2 big hands on him.
So here's Dixon back at the line again. 4th time there tonight. Dixon's shot is up, and this time good. Dixon 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe tonight. And he's now got 14 points. I want to correct that. 14 points in the game for Dixon and make it 15. Dixon on the season averages 12.5 points a game. So now under 10 seconds to play. Red line trying to get one final bucket. Devontae Dennis buries his first 3 of the night. Finally. And that'll be it. 45-40. Dallastown wins the first of the doubleheader tonight. They will now move on to 8-3, 4-2 in the league. For Red Lion, they move to 5-6, 2-4 in Division I of the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for our Giant postgame show, our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game, and our Hoffman Ford player of the game, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Welcome back to our Giant post-game show, and 45-40, Dallastown wins it. It didn't look like that at the half. It was 28-11 at the half, but Red Lion gamely fought back in the second half. Todd, your thoughts on this one?
Well, I first of all, I give the fight in the Red Lion team. They made this a ball game because of Dallastown's turnovers in the second half. They turned the ball over. I had them at 7 turnovers in the second half, and those were crucial turnovers, and that's how Red Lion kept it tight.
On the other side, you talk about Dallastown team. They regained their composure at the end, hit a big 3 when they really needed it, and I thought that restored some order there when Jadon Green hit that 1-3. And then they managed to kind of limp home a little bit with the win, and yet at the same time, a lot of that had to do with good defense by Red Lion.
Well, Michael Burchett really had a nice second half. He was very comfortable, and he created some problems for Dallastown. Dallastown, it was so easy in the first half.
Yeah, Mitchell Burchett did a great job out there tonight. Let's take a look now at our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game. And here it is. You can see the steal here and the put away by Jadon Green. And take a look again. You get the steal, you create a new possession, and then you put it away with authority. And Jadon Green with our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game. And now let's take a look at our Hoffman Ford player of the game. We had a number of good nominations out there tonight, but this guy played a solid floor game all evening long. And his name is Michael Dixon. He's the 5'11 junior. And take a look at the game he played tonight. 15 points, 6 rebounds this evening. And again, defense led to offense tonight for the Wildcats as Michael Dixon, our Hoffman Ford player of the game. You can take a look too. He answered the bell when he had to. Big 3 right there. And that's it. Game number 1 is in the books. 45-40. Dallastown wins it. They move to 8-3 now in the season. 4-2 as they keep up with the leaders right now in Division I of the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association. As we said, Red Lion now moves to 5-6, and they are 2-4 in Division I. Stay tuned. We've got a girls game coming your way next for first place in the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association in Division I. It's all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Back right after this.
excited to be here at the Commonwealth Charter Academy here with Dr. Maurice Fleury. This program has come a long way. The AgWorks Center behind us is the most unique facility in the United States. It is the largest, but more importantly, it is effective. Talk about the aquaponics program here and how unique it is to your program.
Sure. Well, one thing that makes CCA unique is we're a public school, K-12, but our education is online. But we feel we have a responsibility to the family because we view ourselves as a family service organization. And one of those primary responsibilities is to have a student prepared for a career after they leave us. It's not just a walk across the stage with a diploma. So AgWorks here, based out of Harrisburg, is part of our CCA Works program to help students get real-world experiences for the careers that are available now and in the future.
I think the most impressive part of this program is, and it might not happen in normal, regular bricks and mortar education, where kids get connected after high school, internships, jobs. Talk about that.
Well, what we do is we build partnerships with for-profit businesses, not-for-profit businesses, higher ed, other school systems, so kids can get real-life, hands-on experiences. It's not just reading it out of a textbook or some kind of a mock-up demonstration. It's really putting them out in the industries that they may be in when they gain full employment after they go through a training program. So it really gives them a true taste and a true flavor of what that occupation may be.
You have some great things on the horizon. You're working on a TechWorks program and a MedWorks program, and me having a daughter who's involved, a senior in high school, involved in wanting to be a nurse someday, kids that want to go into the medical field. So talk about the forecast for TechWorks first.
We're in the process of outfitting TechWorks near Pittsburgh. A lot of tech businesses in the Pittsburgh region, it made sense to locate it there. So instead of seeing banana trees and kale and lettuce and orange trees, you're going to see drones, you're going to see cybersecurity, telecommunications, holographic technology in TechWorks. A lot of different tech fields. MedWorks, which is going to be located near the Philadelphia region in Pennsylvania, exact same format, but it's going to be professions around medicine, whether it be research, whether it be true medical professions like physician's assistant, nursing programs, that type of stuff. It's all pre-programs to help students pick how they want to train after high school for a profession.
Wow. How can a student sign up for Commonwealth Charter Academy? How can they access this kind of schooling and possibly apply for their young person to be a part of this program?
It's really simple. It's an online application process at ccaeducate.me. The only requirement is you have to be of school age. So you have to be between kindergarten and be able to reach a diploma by the age of 21, so any of those age ranges, and you have to be a resident of Pennsylvania. And because we're a public school, it's free to the family. We send all the technology into the home, we pay for the internet connection into the home, and all curriculum materials are sent to the home.
What about a kid who wants to stay involved in the local extracurriculars like the band and be a part of the football, basketball, or field hockey team? Is that possible for a kid that comes through Commonwealth Charter Academy?
Actually, it is. Pennsylvania treats charter school students like homeschool students. So even a student that's enrolled with us can be on the football team, the basketball team, the cheerleading squad in their local brick and mortar school.
This is an awesome opportunity. Commonwealth Charter Academy, it keeps growing, it keeps improving, and I think it's one of the most unique opportunities that we have in Pennsylvania for Pennsylvania students. Guys, I'm here with Dr. Abby Kelly from OSS Health. She's a sports medicine doctor. Abby, you've seen your share of concussions in the office. Let's define what is a sports concussion.
A concussion is defined as a functional injury to the brain versus a structural injury like a brain bleed, stroke, things like that. So, you can either get hit in the head and sustain a concussion, or you can get hit in the body, which causes a rotational force to the brain. The brain rattles inside of the skull, causes an injury really at the cellular level.
Talk about what the signs and symptoms are of concussions.
Some key signs and symptoms of concussion include headache, dizziness, sometimes vision changes, nausea, even vomiting sometimes.
Let's talk about how you treat concussions.
Brain rest is the treatment for concussion, at least in the initial stages.
What is the return to play, the protocol for that?
I have them repeat what's called an impact test. The athletic trainer will take them through a 5-day return to play protocol.
You have 2 little girls yourself, and you were an athlete at Dallastown.
As a mother myself and kids that I anticipate will be involved in athletics, it's extremely important to get the word out on concussion and educate people.
Guys, I'm here with Dr. Abby Kelly from OSS Health. She's a sports medicine doctor. Abby, you've seen...
Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools through their A-Plus program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giant-foodstores.com/school-rewards to learn more. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peytonwalker.org. Players from all over South Central Pennsylvania and beyond are trying out for Team PA AAU. Go to www.teampahoops.com to see all the players who have received college placements. Also sign up for spring AAU tryouts. Your player will play in top events in their age group and be placed at the appropriate competition level. Team PA is the place to be if you want to play college basketball or make improvements in your game. To sign up for Team PA, visit www.teampahoops.com. This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game, we will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider the consequences of take the call, risk it all. And we challenge students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as a part of the It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit www.itcanwait.com. Advanced Hoops is offering spring training classes starting the weekend of April 4th and 5th. Classes offered for 5th through 8th graders include shooting with Charlie, post training with Duke, point training with Gerald, crossover intensity with Archie, and 5-versus-5 game competition training. Advanced Hoop also offers junior ballers classes for 5 to 10 years old. To learn more or register your player today, visit www.advancedhoops.com. High School Sports Live in partnership with ABC 27 News is proud to present this classic YAIAA girls basketball rivalry matchup between the Dallastown Wildcats and the Red Lion Lions. Tonight's broadcast is presented by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, Jack G. and Balbo Family of Dealerships, and Advanced Hoops Training Program. And tonight and all season long, we'd like to pay special tribute to Greg Mace, who passed away recently. Not only was he a legend in South Central Pennsylvania for his sports journalism and broadcasting, but High School Sports Live owes its very existence to Greg Mace. Greg partnered with Charlie Fortney to put high school sports on live TV. To the Mace family, we send our condolences and vow as a program to honor Greg and all he did to help high school sports play live on TV. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton, and we're ready for our second part of this doubleheader here tonight on High School Sports Live TV. Todd McCall, coach. On the other side, the other coach, Jeff Thompson. So I'm surrounded by coaches everywhere I look tonight. But this is one, guys, that we always look forward to. And this is a battle year in and year out between two schools about a mile apart. But it's always special because these two girls programs have been top-notch in the New York Area League for a long time, and it's no different tonight. Into this one comes Red Lion, 10-1 overall, 5-0 in the Division I, the big division of the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association. On the other side, the defending champion, Dallastown Wildcats. They're coming in at 8-2, and they're 4-0, so something's got to give here tonight. And Jeff Thompson, when we start with this team of Dallastown, they make it go with a girl named Deshante Edwards. She's young, but she's savvy, and she really is the distributor on this team. That's the cog in the wheel that makes them run.
Well, what's interesting to me is she's not only their leading scorer, she's their leading rebounder. That says something for a sophomore when you've got a senior and Anaya Matthews who's already gone to Temple to play basketball, second leading scorer, second leading rebounder. So they've got some weapons for Coach Jay, the veteran Coach Jay Rexroth.
Well, Division I has won the last 4 York Area League championships, and of course the defending champion Dallastown there. Jay Rexroth knows what he's doing, and a former great player himself over at Millersville University. On the other side, a guy just got his 500th win, Don Dimoff, who knows about winning, and he comes in here tonight with a young lady named Micaiah Shaw, who's averaging 17 points a game, and she gets it done all over the place.
She does, and I mean, you know, we always say that we highlight one player, but she makes a lot of players. Micaiah Shaw makes a lot of players better. And when you talk about making a lot of players better, they are so balanced. Red Line is very fundamental. It shouldn't surprise you under Don Dimhoff. That's why he has 500 wins. And since their Freedom lost, their only loss, they've been on 4 straight, and they're looking to make sure that they take care of home. They got Dallastown at home. This is that battle that, man, you got to get home field advantage and make that the biggest advantage tonight. And I think Red Lion's going to try that.
Both these teams play pedigree schedules. You talk about Dallastown, their only 2 losses were to Central Dauphin, who just lost in overtime the other night to Cumberland Valley, and they also lost to Governor Mifflin. Both those teams have been undefeated. They have 1 loss between them. So when you talk about quality losses, there you go. But in the league, they've been able to handle everything that's come their way so far, Jeff.
So it should be an interesting matchup tonight. I'm really looking forward to it.
Both these teams play great defense. Red Lions number 1 in the league at 33 points a game. Guess who's number 2? Dallastown gives up 35. A little difference tonight might be the fact that Red Lion doesn't score as many points. They average about 45 a game. Dallastown averages 51. I know Coach Dimhoff's worried about putting enough points on the board tonight, so we'll see what gives. Hey, it's another cat fight. Cat fight 2, and this one for first place in the Division I of the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association. You're going to watch it all right here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory, with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
We'll talk about it. Hi, Mrs. Torres. Hey, Stephanie. Actually, you know what? Let me get those.
Introducing Giant Direct.
Thank you.
Everything you need, handpicked and fresh, direct from us to you. Try it free and save $20 on orders of $75 or more. Enter bananas at checkout.
And welcome back to Red Lion High School, your OSS visiting team tonight, or your OSS starting lineup for Red Lion. Good, Eames, Shaw, Tollinger, and Byler. Shaw and Byler, both big towers on the inside. On the other side for Vance Toops. Our starting line for Dallastown, Terrell, DeShante, Harbaugh, Matthews, Anaya Matthews going to Temple next year, 6'3", leading scorer at about 10 points a game, and Beverly. And now we look down to the floor. Don Dimhoff, just recently from Red Lion, won his 500th game. Your girls officials tonight, Bruce Bance, Mike Dahl, and Scott Nouse. We were talking about Don Dimoff just for a moment. Career record of 502 and 153 here at Red Lion. And there you see him. He's a guy that has 9 league championships out of 15 times that he's played the league championship. He's got 2 district championships back to back. He took 2 years to go to Millersville and coach where his daughter plays right now. In fact, she's playing tonight, Courtney. And he became head coach of Red Lion back in 1994. Reached the state semifinals in 2010, won back-to-back D3, 4A titles in 2011 and 12. So he's a guy I consider tonight. On the other side, Jay Rexroth, former outstanding player for John Cochan at Millersville University. Had a chance to be around Jay. Jay quietly was an assistant coach for Dover a few years ago that had maybe the upset of the year when Dover dumped Cumberland Valley, who went on to win the state championship, but dumped Cumberland Valley in the District 3 championship. But we all remember, and what a clinic they put on with that Dover team that won like 40 in a row here in the York Area League over a number of years, including a few wins over Red Lions. So Jay Rexroth knows what he's doing on the other side.
He's a fine gentleman, too, I might add.
Oh, just one of the best people you're ever going to meet. Very laid back, very quiet. But, you know, the thing about Jay, it's so good, he gets players to play within themselves. When he played for Millersville, he wasn't a flashy player at all, but I remember him playing well within himself and doing all the things that he could do well, and he never tried to play away from those and go to other weaknesses.
He played a lot like Phil Jackson, and he coaches a lot that way, too.
It's a great point, Jeff. He was very much like that. And so this game tonight for first place, Red Lion was 12-11 last year in Don Dimoff's first year back from Millersville. Very much unlike the teams that he's had over the years. From 2003 to 2013, every year was a 20-plus win season. So he's used to excellence. He's got a young team here. He plays a lot of young players. He's bringing them back here. For Dallastown, you've got a team that is really senior-laden for the most part, but they've got some young players mixed in too, and they know what it's like to win big games. They won the York Area League Championship last year. So this sets up tonight to be a real good one, guys. Todd, final thoughts?
Hey, right now, I mean, using the home court advantage, Red Lion with a nice crowd tonight, but it'll be a battle. It's what we expect out of YAI 1, York Adams County League. It's the battle we're waiting for, that's for sure.
The hardest name for any league around, the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association. Used to be York Adams, and they had to switch that out when they started adding some other teams. So here you go. Dallastown with the basketball to start the game.
I don't know, you know, having the big Matthews out there handling the ball a little bit at 6'3", but Deshante Edwards will take care of all the point guard positions, the 5'7" senior. She's tough and strong.
And you're looking inside right there for Matthews right away, and Matthews up with a hook shot, doesn't get it, but gets her own rebound, and then puts it back up, and it's going to be fouled, it looks like, by Shaw. And that's maybe the most interesting matchup on the floor tonight. Shaw, the leading scorer on the other team, so both of them scoring at quite a clip this year so far. Deshante Edwards at about 10 points a game, 5.2 rebounds. She's heading off next year to Temple University to play.
Yeah, with her size and her frame, I mean, good for
and
her.
She misses her first shot here, does Edwards. Or make that Matthews, rather. Excuse me, I said Deshante Edwards, Matthews. Second shot is up, and that also no good.
Those 2 early ones there, those are big ones. They'll come back to haunt you in a close game if this is what we're expecting tonight.
Inside it comes. Micaiah Shaw can't handle it. The Red Line holds on to it in the loose ball.
Dallastown in a 2-3.
And this is exactly, I was talking to Coach Dimoff before the game today. He said they played man-to-man all year. And he said last year they bothered us with a 2-3 because we couldn't hit outside shots. He said, I'll guarantee he's going to play it again tonight. Guess what? He didn't disappoint. 2-3 zone.
Coaches know the numbers that win. They know the calls that win. 2-3, if that's a winning, until they beat you at it right now, Red Lion's going to have to attack. Right now, they're just dribbling around the top of the key.
One of the things that Coach Dimoff has normally done over the years is bring someone in behind the zone and then someone flash middle. Let's see what he does here. There's the baseline behind the zone, but nobody in the middle. Very patient here. And there you get a nice look outside. Downtown will not go.
Dallastown going to look to try to bring the tempo up a little bit and push the ball up the floor. but they've got plenty of patience against the man-to-man that Red Lion is playing.
Good job by Eames on the baseline, and shot up, no good for Dallastown. Saved inbounds and taken by Eames. And there's Eames with a nice little crossover dribble, and the foul will be called. Asia Eames, a veteran on this team, and she knows Don Dimoff's system pretty well.
Actually, they're going to call her for she actually
just carried it over that time.
Yeah, she carried it over.
I thought it was a really good move. Maybe it was too good a move, right?
Happens so fast sometimes guys think it might be a walk or carry.
And early going here. I think both teams a little bit nervous out of the gate, Jeff.
Well, that was an interesting play because Deshante Edwards beat 3 players down the court for a great pass.
I know one of the things tonight that has to happen for Dallastown, Deshante Edwards shakes and bakes and makes things happen.
Dallastown is going to be committed to staying in that 2-3 and really not picking up anything above the foul line. You got to hit that, though.
And that'll get him out of it very quickly. As Shaw, with her opening 3 of the night, Micaiah Shaw with a big 3 downtown. 1 out of 2 from the three-point line for Red Lion so far here in the early going. Both these teams very patient, very well coached. You won't find two better coaches in the league than these two guys. A lot of picking and rolling right now against the Red Lion defense. Don Dimoff's defense is a little different than a lot of teams. He does what he calls hands off, which basically switches. But he'll hand off guard to guard to hand off forward to forward. Never hands off in a guard to forward. So you'll see switches a lot tonight, but never from a guard to a forward.
Well, that takes a lot of concentration and practice to understand that too, and decides disadvantage and advantage.
And there's a 3 for Dallastown that will not go, but they get the long rebound. Yeah, whenever he explains that defense, and I know the first time I ever saw it, it almost looks like a 3-2 matchup zone, but it's not. It's a man-to-man. It's a very smart man-to-man. It's tough to play against sometimes.
Yeah, you can see that, obviously, by what we're seeing here tonight already.
You see what Jay Rexroth doing, a high-low interchange here, trying to keep everybody above the foul line and one big in below. There's a hard drive. Again, not a very good shot there for Dallastown. And so far, Red Lion's defense holding up pretty well, Jeff Thompson.
Very well, I would say.
So 3-0 here. The Lions lead in a very low-scoring first quarter. 4:12 to go here on High School Sports Live. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson. We did Chad Edwards in the hole and Vicar Kruta tonight, and Dallastown staying in that 2-3 zone.
Yeah, right now there was one long ball that Red Lion was able to hit, but they're not hurting you too much on that because they're moving the ball, but they're moving the ball around the arc. There's not a lot of touches inside.
Well, and Dallastown doing a good job of taking away that middle pass, which is where you want to go to try to break that zone down. And there's a 3, but again, maybe not with a set feet that time.
Well, Red Lion's not getting an overload in the inside. I don't want to get too technical, but they need an overload in there to get a disadvantage in the numbers the side of the court where the ball is. But
they also have a stationary high post right now, which makes it really easy for the Dallastown defense. There's Edwards driving hard to the basket, but not going to get it. And still, Dallastown has not scored with 3:28 to go here in the first. As I recall last year, we had a very slow starting part of this game.
Yeah, and we have early on, we have 3 turnovers already by Dallastown.
Again, you have the 2 best defensive teams in the league. Oh man, Edwards might have gotten away with a push there. She's going to go one-on-one here with Eames, and Eames takes what she thought was a charge, not going to go, and yet another miss on the other end for Dallastown, and Red Lion gets it back. So we got a tie-up down there. Jay Rexroth not terribly happy with the call. Ball will stay there with Red Lion.
It looked like a football game for the last 3 possessions. This has been very physical, very physical.
So ball inbounded here by the Lions. They lead it 3-0, 2:54 to go in the first quarter. Looks like a football game score, right?
It is right now. It's
tractor pull.
This 2-3 is really, look at this turnover here against the 2-3.
So important to get some penetration against the seams of that zone. There's Shaw Good looking, man. Shaw's got a stroke. She hits her second 3 of the night. They're 2 out of 4 from the three-point line, and that's the only place they've scored. We got a timeout on the floor, 2:29 to go. Red Lion leads at 6-0 on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Well, Jay Rexroth with a timeout there. There you see Don Dimoff over in his huddle right now. His team's up 6-0, courtesy of Micaiah Shaw, who shows us she's got some downtown range, Todd McCall.
Yeah, she does. And, I mean, that's why she's 17-6 a game. And you know what? All that's going to do is draw that defense out. And it's going to allow them to do some things inside. But you got to hit that shot. If you're going to settle for throwing the ball around the arc and not get an overload on that side, you got to have somebody knock it down. Shaw could do it.
For Dallastown, they're getting some shots that they won on the other end, mostly in transition thus far, Jeff Thompson, but not able to hook up.
Well, they got the very first possession. They went inside and couldn't hit the foul shots. They got exactly what they wanted.
Dallastown had the early going control in them last year, too, in this game. Red Lion played very, very well, and then Dallastown gradually took over and controlled the basketball game for the win. Right now, Red Lion 10-1 on the season, looking pretty good so far. Red Lion's defense really keeping it tight to the block and not much available thus far. 2 posts in there, and see Red Lion coming across to help out, and finally getting the ball inside to Bria Beverly is Dallastown. They get their first bucket of the game.
Bria Beverly is 6-footer, really. She's strong, physical post presence for Dallastown.
Well, and I think that's exactly what wanted to happen there for Jay Rexroth. He wanted to make sure that he got the big girl inside, and they're going to get a foul, push from behind on Dallastown. Deshante Edwards with her foul. That'll be her first, team first of the game.
You know, it's really amazing that Don Dimoff has 500 wins, and he's actually left for a little bit and came back and still has 500 wins. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty incredible, if you ask me.
He's also a golf professional for a lot of years, and he still has a lot of game left. I'll tell you, he wins a lot of tournaments here in the county and plays over Royal Manchester Golf Club, where he was a club champion, senior club champion also. So he's, tell you what, you don't want to play him in golf. Quite the competitor. See how they're attacking behind the zone, where the zone can't see right now, and you get a good shot like that. Kick it in, kick it back out, and Kyle Riley Good hits a nice deuce there for Red Lion. They're up 8-2.
That was created all by ball movement.
Oh, and a good turnaround move. Watch out for the 3 seconds there. Dallastown 1 out of 6 so far for twos. And how about Micaiah Shaw going up against her counterpart, Anaya Matthews, 6'3", 6 foot up against 6'3", and 6'1" that time.
Yeah, that's a great matchup to watch.
Here's Claire Terrell trying to find Edwards. Boy, Edwards is quick. Quick and strong.
She's active, too, on the floor, always moving, coming to the ball. As you see her, she kind of a lot like the floor general that you need.
And only a sophomore. Man, she's a heady kid. Looking to go one-on-one here with Eames. And a nice little spin move, but not going to have it. Eames holds on that time. Dallastown continues to find it cold there at the rim. They come back with a trap this time. Here comes Red Lion. They got some numbers, but they call 10 seconds.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's got to be really close. I mean, they had the ball back there on their side for a while.
Good call by the official, right on top of it. So 10 seconds called in the backcourt. Jay Rexroth trying to get a player in there, who was Olivia Stein. Pulls her back to the bench, says maybe not just yet. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Dallastown running out of time here to get this shot off. Good defense by Dallastown. Tied up on the floor. 2 seconds to go. They're going to get a shot off. No. 8-2. Red Lion leads it after one quarter. All here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools through their A-Plus program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giant-foodstores.com/school-rewards to learn more. This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game, we will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider the consequences of take the call, risk it all. And we challenge students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as a part of the It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit www.itcanwait.com. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation, visit www.peytonwalker.org. 8-2, Red Lion leads it after one quarter here in a battle for first place in Division I. And Jeff Thompson, what did you see in the first quarter there from Red Lion and Dallastown?
Suffocation on defense. The defense was outstanding by both squads, inside and outside.
Two different ways of doing it, too. With Dallastown, the 2-3 zone. Red Lion playing that man-to-man that they play so well, that unusual one, Todd, and both have been effective so far.
It has. Both teams, you get hats off to Dallastown and Red Lion for the defense they're playing in their half court. They're making it very difficult. Shots are, I mean, they're hard to come by right now.
Well, I'll tell you, they got three players right now surrounding the big girl down inside. Matthews saw help coming over from the weak side by the guards. What Don Dimoff looks like he's doing is he's dropping off people off non-shooters to double team or triple team in the post.
This is exactly what he's doing.
Now you're looking inside again. They're going to be totally focused here and try to get the ball down inside. Both those bigs on either side of the blocks. Beverly and Matthews. Here's Beverly handling the basketball, going one-on-one. Good defense by Red Lion again. And another drive and another rejection by Red Lion. 1 out of 8 from the field so far on 2-point shots is Dallastown. So it continues to be cold.
Olivia Stein will come in, and when she comes in to score. She's had a couple times this year. She's actually led the team in scoring in the game. Maybe a little bit too early to pull that one, maybe.
Shaw kicks it out. Another three look. Will not go for Red Lion. Shaw with the rebound, and Shaw with a stick back, and Shaw has been too much so far for Dallastown.
Boy, Dallastown needs to break this the scoring drought here.
It looks like they're going to do it right here. No, but the foul's going to be called as sliding through there was Deshante Edwards. The foul looks like it's going to be called on Riley Good. Be her first, team first for the Lions.
Well, Dallastown's 0 for 2 from the line so far.
So Edwards, who averages 9.8 points a game, heads to the line here. She has not scored yet tonight. First shot is up, and that's good. Nice stroke from Edwards.
That's how scorers get themselves back in the game. I always say use the foul line. Start drawing some fouls, come back in it naturally by scoring from the foul lane.
And the second one's going to be missed, so 1 out of 2. She has 1 point in the game. 10-3 now. The Lions lead it. And the zone continues now for Jay Rexroth, Dallastown Wildcats. Long look. Is it going to bounce around? And it goes. As it's knocked down there by Chloe Tollinger out there. So far, Red Lion 3 out of 6 from the three-point line.
And that's 4 turnovers for Dallastown. Then they retained the possession. They got it right back on a turnover from Red Lion. They'll just haunt you when you're a coach. You talk about the turnovers right away. When you look at game film with your team, you're like, hey, look, big possession, we turn it over.
There's another nice drive by Edwards, who all of a sudden started to take control here and go hard to the basket. 2 out of 9 from the field for Dallastown. Underneath him, Shaw. Shaw's got inside move, and Shaw's going to get blocked away there and then taken back by Red Lion and knocked away finally by Dallastown in a scrum. So the ball comes back now over to Red Lion. They lead it 13-5.
That was a pretty good description of that play.
That was a great way to describe it, in that this is kind of how the game's gotten a little bit, Gary. It's a little sloppy early on.
It's a tractor pull, and it's tough for the crowd to be in a game like this. There's not a ton of flow to it just yet. Very slow-paced game. There's Eames. Oh, rattles in and out. Good hustle by Edwards. It's going to be off her, out of bounds, though. Red Lion keeps it.
I was going to say, if Eames hits that 3, Jay might think about going a little man-to-man.
That 2-3 zone was something he used at Dover when they won the district championship a few years ago over Cumberland Valley. And I'll tell you what, he knows how to play it really well. He also has a team playing very good man-to-man, but in this game, he's looking to play to Red Lions what he perceives as their weaknesses. So far, they're 3 out of 6 from the three-point line. Make that 3 of 7, still a pretty good percentage.
Just keep honoring these possessions. You're getting your stops you want if you're Dallastown. Now coming down on this here, just finding a way to penetrate this good man-to-man.
There's the screen on the top of that man-to-man defense, which looks a lot like a zone, but it's tough to get around it. Once you get around it, there's 3 people converging on you every time.
Yeah.
Kaya Shaw with the basketball. Red Lion trying to spread that zone out a little bit with their spacing. Inside it goes. Eames on a give and go, and another miss. Micaiah Shaw gets a rebound. Micaiah Shaw loses it out of bounds, and it's tapped away by Dallastown. Boy, Eames just ran an old-fashioned give and go right down the middle, gets his zone, and she was wide open.
It was beautiful. It was perfect. Now, the Dallastown coaching staff and players were extremely upset. They thought they should have retained this possession, but it goes to Red Lion underneath the basket.
I thought Jay Rexroth had a pretty good argument there. It looked to me like Eames lost it. They get another set. It's going to be a 2 if it goes, and does. And the knockdown. And again, that is going to be Tollinger knocking down the 2. So Red Lion continues to get the shots they want, and they have their biggest lead of the game at 10 points, 15-5. Don't forget we have our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up. 4 minutes to go to the half. You can see why Red Lion is the leading defensive team in the league, and you can see why Dallastown is second. These 2 teams love to play defense.
They really do. There's a lot of hustle, too, on both sides. It's no surprise why they're playing for first place tonight.
New player in the game, Claire Tyrell back in for Dallastown, and she'll replace Olivia Stein. So here's Eames. Got a little stack going on down there. Another look from outside. That's not going to go. Rebound pulled down nicely by Danica Moose, who's in the game, and now jump ball tie up in the backcourt, and the ball belonged to Red Lion.
They're just not conceding a rebound or an outlet pass. Nothing.
One of the things that Don Dimoff's teams over the years have been known for is physical, hard defense, and they are very, very good at it. And he took over this team last year. A lot of young kids, he said, they didn't really know my system. It was tough getting them back in. He said, but they were great learners. He said, these kids really wanted to play, and he said, I could never fault them for effort. So his patience looks like it might be paying off. There's Shaw again. Boy, Shaw has such a nice touch. She's now got 10 points in the game, and Red Lion continues to have their way as they lead by 12, 17-5 with 3:23 to go in the half on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Welcome back to Red Lion High School. You're looking at the Dallastown huddle, and Jay Rexroth and his staff out there talking a moment ago about what they want to do. Very calm. Nobody too upset. They're down by 12, though, right now. The largest lead in the game for Red Lion, 17-5. Jeff Thompson What do you think he's saying in that huddle right now?
Well, last year the same scenario happened. He was a slow starter. It took him a while to figure out the Red Lion defense. Hopefully they can do that tonight, and he's patient enough to make that work.
Don Dimoff doing it with his defense so far. They're creating new possessions. They're keeping Dallastown for the most part away from the glass and getting those cheap shots inside.
Yeah, and he's going to also talk about just offensively continue being patient against the 2-3 zone, that they don't have to score anything they don't want.
And he changes defense at the timeout to a 1-2-2 full court. Not a real hard one, then drops back to their man-to-man. And that defense there, just kind of one of those, Todd, where you want to just slow the team down, and sometimes you get a cheap turnover like that one.
Yep, and all it does, that's 6 turnovers, by the way, and all it does is it's clock management. It frustrates the team enough. Time runs off the clock. It helps you manage your lead very well. It's token defense, but you shouldn't be turning the ball over against it.
So Asia Eames brings it up, and Dallastown now is going into their man-to-man. So they got him out of the 2-3 zone. Asia Eames, tough-looking shot there. Probably not the one that Coach Dimoff wanted. And Dallastown gets it back, and here's Edwards with the basketball. 2:53 to go here to the half. Edwards so good at getting to the basket, but can't get it to go. It's been a frustrating first half. 2 out of 10 from 2-point range for Dallastown, and nothing out of 1 from the 3. However, they retain the basketball here.
I think it really is one of the big issues. Deshante Edwards gets the basket. It's a little bit out of control right now. I think she's going to have to learn the jump stop. I think she can kiss it off the glass.
Well, what I see is Asia Eaves is just playing defense, unbelievable defense. Very physical, very good position with her feet.
Keeps it very wide, too. He doesn't let you get by her. I mean, she keeps a wide presence there. Now, finally, they get inside to Matthews, who's yet to score. And here's a 3, not going to go. Rebounded by Dallastown's Terrell. And then the shot up by Terrell, and she'll be fouled on the play. And the foul's going to be on Riley Good. That'll be her second foul. And only 3 fouls against the Lions so far, as the rim continues to be cold for the Dallastown Wildcats. As Terrell misses her first, she'll get a second one here.
Yeah, they're 1 for 6 from the foul line. That hurts right now. Put that on the scoreboard. You know, put 6 more on there.
Only 2 field goals of the game so far for Dallastown here in the first half. Terrell's second one is up and good. 17-6 now. The Lions up by 11. 2:17 to go to the half. Eames stops over to get a word from Coach Dimoff on a set play. And they're back in man-to-man. Here is Dallastown. And there was a pass, wasn't quite ready for that one. And going down the court and running out of room is Bria Beverly.
She got a little excited. I mean, right there's a possession. If you're Dallastown, pull that thing back out, give it to one of your guards, let them set it up.
We said it the other night, lurking inside of every big player is a point guard. And most of the time it doesn't work out too well, as it didn't for Beverly that time. She's a very effective player inside, but maybe not as effective on driving full court with the basketball.
They used to say give it up to the guards.
Exactly. Tollinger, nice penetration. Eames gets it back on the tip ball, gets double teamed for a moment. Gets it back under control. 1:25 to go to the half. Get in the hands of Shaw. Red Lion's got a girl wide open out front. Lets it fly, not going to go. Red Lion now 3 out of 7 from the 3-point line. Terrell with the basketball. And I'll tell you, Eames is just hawking everywhere right now with Deshante Edwards. Coach Dimoff does not want her handling a basketball, and it's really paying off.
It sure is. I think that's the difference in the game right now.
Had a chance to talk to Coach Dimoff before the game today. He said Deshante Edwards is the key to everything. He said it's not the big girl. He said the big girl only gets it if Deshante Edwards can wheel and deal. And so far, the wheeling and dealing has been taken away there by the Red Lion defense. And give a lot of that credit to Asia Eames, who's doing a fantastic job defensively so far.
Well, not only that, she's doing a great job offensively. She handles the ball so well. Every time that double's coming out of that 2-3, or that Dallastown's trying to throw a little double on her once in a while, she pulls the ball out and does all the things she needs to do. They wanted to push off there, didn't they?
Might have gotten away with a push off there. And not sure what to call it. I think we might get a technical foul on the bench on Jay Rexroth, who is not happy. I think that push off happened right in front of his bench, or what he perceived to be a push off. Well, let's see if it's a tee or something else went on. Not quite sure what the question. It wasn't a technical foul, so not quite sure if the clock wasn't running there correctly or what. 17-6. It's a huge possession for Red Lion. They can take momentum into the locker room big at half. Got to think they're going to look to get Shaw somewhere here. Eames. Back out it goes. Good luck for the foul line. Not going to go for Red Lion. And Micaiah Shaw jumps in there and gets it back. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it stays with Red Lion. Boy, those hands everywhere for the Lions.
Man, they found a way to fight to get that ball back. And look, 16.8. Maybe they'll play for the last one here.
They give you nothing. 15 seconds to go. Now you get down to 12 seconds. I think you get in the danger area here at about 10. Now 9. You got to find out what you're going to do. Shaw has it. Shaw lets it fly. The bank's open. Shaw knocks it down. Micaiah Shaw. 19-6. The Lions lead it. We head to the half. Our Jack Giambalvo halftime report straight ahead on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Guys, I'm here with Dr. Abby Kelly from OSS Health. She's a sports medicine doctor. Abby, you've seen your share of concussions in the office. Let's define what is a sports concussion.
A concussion is defined as a functional injury to the brain versus a structural injury like a brain bleed, stroke, things like that. So, you can either get hit in the head and sustain a concussion, or you can get hit in the body, which causes a rotational force to the brain. The brain rattles inside of the skull, causes an injury really at the cellular level.
Talk about what the signs and symptoms are of concussions.
Some key signs and symptoms of concussion include headache, dizziness, sometimes vision changes, nausea, even vomiting sometimes.
Let's talk about how you treat concussions.
Brain rest is the treatment for concussion, at least in the initial stages.
What is the return to play, the protocol for that?
I have them repeat what's called an impact test. The athletic trainer will take them through a 5-day return to play protocol.
You have 2 little girls yourself, and you were an athlete at Dallastown.
As a mother myself and kids that I anticipate will be involved in athletics, it's extremely important to get the word out on concussion and educate people.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two, it's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory, with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Welcome back to Red Lion here for the Jack Giambalvo halftime report. We'll have our Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T halftime stats and our members' first halftime highlights. Let's go first of all to the highlights here in the first half. Jeff and Todd, take me through the highlights here. 19-6 Dallastown down right now. Red Lion leads it. And take me through right now.
Well, Dallastown opened up in a 2-3, and that's what you got to do. You got to be able to hit the outside shot, and Shaw does that early on. Look at that, there's 2 of them. Beautiful form, square, shoulder squared, and that puts a lead. And then defensively, I felt, other than that right inside, there wasn't too many of those that were that free for Dallastown because of the man-to-man from Red Lion.
I saw Beverly getting one of the few tough shots inside, and then outside was Riley Good with a good one. And then here's Shaw showing you what you can do inside. Good control in there. She had 12 points in the first half, led all scorers. Tollinger. It becomes a 3 eventually. And then you see DeShante Edwards, that hard drive to the basket, and boy, she shows you what she could do. Just didn't do enough of it here in the first half, as Dallastown was held to 2 field goals in the first half and a couple of free throws. And there again, you saw Tollinger hitting one. This young lady, Asia Eames, did a great job of getting inside once again to Micaiah Shaw, who scores. And then Riley Good finds Shaw again for, well, 1 to end the half. The bank was open there, Jeff Thompson.
I don't know if she called that bank, but
yeah, it's open late tonight, I guess. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T halftime stats. Guys, take a look at it. Woeful numbers for the Wildcats so far on 2 points.
Yeah, and I just think they're struggling so bad from everywhere. 0 for 1, 2 for 11 from the 2-point from the field. I mean, that's tough.
Let's talk about Asa Eames, though, the defensive job she's doing and the defensive job the bigs are doing for Red Lion as well.
Her rebounds pretty well even. Turnovers 8-5. Red Lion's had the better of that so far. 3 of 7 from 3-point land, nothing for Dallastown in that, so a 9-point differential there. And Dallastown's been to the line 6 times, has only made 2 of them thus far, so they haven't been able to make up for it at the free throw line. As we said, Micaiah Shaw with 12 points here at the half leads all scorers. As at the half right now, it's 19-6. Red Lion leads it. We'll get ready for the third quarter right after this on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Hi, sweetheart. Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
It may be the holidays, but it's also the year-end clearance sale at Hoffman Ford. Huge clearance sale pricing on all new 2019s. Up to $16,500 off MSRP on a new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT. Or lease a new 2019 Ford F-150 from $199 a month. Huge year-end clearance savings.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
My father years ago told me, own your own business. That was my inspiration. And February 1st of 1996, we opened up as Capital Region Insurance Agency.
Throughout my entire life, seeing my dad how successful he was and learning the way he was actually able to communicate with people and help them, whatever their needs may be, it made me want to get more involved. I'm most proud of helping continue my dad's legacy, helping the surrounding communities, businesses, and families.
We try to wow our customers, let them know that we are here for them. If they can't get into our office, we would take the time and go visit them. This really differentiates ourselves from the 1-800 who do you get. whether it's financial services, auto, home, life, commercial. We hold their hands, bring them through the process. We let them understand that we know what we're doing, and they feel comfortable when they leave here.
I think it makes it more personal and more family-oriented, definitely more of a friendly environment.
What I'm most proud of is the hard work, and it's enabled me to ensure clients, to provide protection for them, to let them sleep well at night.
We'll talk about it. Hi, Mrs. Torres. Hey, Stephanie. Actually, you know what? Let me get those.
Introducing Giant Direct.
Thank you.
Everything you need, handpicked and fresh, direct from us to you. Try it free and save $20 on orders of $75 or more. Enter bananas at checkout.
Players from all over South Central Pennsylvania and beyond are trying out for Team PA AAU. Go to www.teampahoops.com to see all the players who have received college placements. Also sign up for spring AAU tryouts. Your player will play in top events in their age group and be placed at the appropriate competition level. Team PA is the place to be if you want to play college basketball or make improvements in your game. To sign up for Team PA, visit www.teampahoops.com. Advanced Hoops is offering spring training classes starting the weekend of April 4th and 5th. Classes offered for 5th through 8th graders include shooting with Charlie, post training with Duke, point training with Gerald, crossover intensity with Archie, and 5-versus-5 game competition training. Advanced Hoop also offers junior ballers classes for 5 to 10 years old. To learn more or register your player today, visit www.advancedhoops.com. In the battle for first place for Division I so far, Red Lion having the best of it, at least through half this game at 19-6. Your individual scoring in the first half, Riley Good with 2 points, Chloe Tollinger with 6, 1 3 and 1 deuce, and then Micaiah Shaw with 2 threes and 3 deuces in the first half for 12 points, led all scores. On the other side for Dallastown, kind of lean, Claire Terrell with 1 point, Deshante Edwards with 3, and finally Bria Beverly with 2, and that's a scoring. And what's really interesting is Anaya Matthews does not have anything so far. She, the Temple recruit for next year. So let's see what Jay Rexroth came up with to start the second half here. Look at the basketball. Red Lion with a 13-point lead, and here we go. Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson, Gary Sutton with you, Chad Edwards, and our whole Invicta crew. We're so glad to be bringing you this one here tonight on High School Sports Live TV. There's a box set this time, a set piece. And they're getting Beverly down and low. And look at the backside help again from Red Lion.
There it is, and it creates a turnover.
So Julia Byler coming across there for the weak side off the non-shooter who was Matthews and double teaming. He's done that all night long with that weak side help.
And I tell you, Dallastown struggles. They're struggling finding people to be able to score, but more importantly, turning the ball over against a good defense that Red Lion's playing tonight.
You know what you see from Red Lion this year you didn't see last year is the maturity of a second year with Don Dimoff now. The team really starts to understand his system and is playing the way he wants.
They're so patient with the ball. Look, they're not forcing anything within this game. They're going to make sure that when they get one, it's a penetration, it's an open shot, it's, hey, we'll hold on to this ball as long as we need to.
And you're going to get a foul called out front. And it might be on Beverly, as foul's going to be marked up on Beverly if so. And so it's 7:03 to go here, and still 19-6. Red Lion keeps the basketball. Don Dimoff has about 25 plays he runs underneath. And every one is designed for a specific player.
It's nice when you have an Ames that you can just floor general and throw it back out to her as a safety valve, and she just gets everything set up for you.
There's a good look for the foul line, but not going to go. Ball's on the floor, loose. Dallastown picks it up off the missed shot. So now Dallastown, let's see what they're doing offensively here this time to start second half. Is Red Lion still in their man-to-man, and Deshante Edwards gets the call to go. And look at the box out there by Shaw. And Riley Good dives on the floor after. It'll be Red Lion's ball.
Well, good effort to get after it. You got to win the loose ball war too. That's how you win a ball game.
Jeff?
I'm really impressed. Red Lion is intelligent offensively and defensively, and I can see why Dallastown started in his zone, because Red Lion's handling their offense very, very well.
Here's Tollinger handling the basketball. A little different look without Eames bringing it up that time. Running that old split, looking inside there. And they got Byler up, strong. Byler manages to get it on home, and Don Dimoff says, I'm going to go to my bigs also here in the second half, and Byler with their first deuce of the night.
Byler uses the classic up and under, one of my favorite moves.
That's why they call you Big House.
Quickly, Dallastown back on the other end. Now Micaiah Shaw with it. Pulls it up. Now you just have to stay in rhythm if you're Red Lion here. 21-6, they lead it. 15-point lead, largest lead of the night. Running a lot of splits off that high post right now. And Byler maybe trying to do a little too much against two players. Gets a wide open look outside. This one will not go, and a foul, I believe, after the shot.
Yeah, it's going to be a three-shot foul. And, I mean,
I think it was after the shot.
Was it? Okay.
I think Don Dimoff would like to see the three-point shot. Fouls on Gordon Bay. Kamara Gordon Bay is in the game.
And now Red Line going to pick it up. Yep.
And Shaw again has 14 points in the game now to Shaw.
Red Line's kind of picking up the token full court man-to-man.
17-point lead in this one. And down the court it comes, and Shaw with the rebound. Red Lion for the moment is putting on a clinic.
They're just handling everything. They're not forcing anything.
Shaw far corner. Again, no force. You get it right back outside to Byler. And now Eames will reset everything. 4:48 to go here in the third quarter. There goes Byler again, and Byler hard move, and oh, in and out, and Byler tries to keep it alive. Taken by Deshante Edwards, she's off and running. Throws it ahead. Anaya Matthews. And Anaya Matthews is going to get fouled going to the basket. She has yet to score this evening.
Well, this is her opportunity at the foul line. These are big. I mean, if not, this is getting out of hand, and it's going to get, you know, the way Red Line controls the ball, Gary, it's hard to come back from a deficit like this.
Here's Matthews. First shot up, and no good. She's nothing out of three so far from the free throw line tonight.
And they're 2 for 7 from the line right now.
Here comes Abby Jacobs into the game for the first time now for Dallastown, and also Olivia Stein back off the bench, as Ashley Harbaugh will check out. So here's Matthews again. And Matthews finally gets one home, so she has 1 point tonight, 1 out of 4 for the free throw line, and 23-7 the Lions lead it. You're going to see a lot of trapping, I think, from Dallastown anytime the ball goes off the middle of the court.
Yeah, they're trying to make something happen.
Eames with a really hard shot that time, not the shot that I think Coach Dimoff wanted. So here's Deshante Edwards. Just try to get Edwards loose for some drives and take it away again. There's nothing available in the middle there for Edwards to drive at all. Jeff Thompson.
Eames just too tough moving her feet, and just as strong. What we have is two really good point guards.
Well, if Don Dimoff wanted to keep Deshante Edwards under control tonight, so far he's had the muzzle on her all evening long. A couple little plays she's gotten away, but for the most part, he's really got her frustrated.
Asa Eames.
Asa Eames is doing a great job defensively, absolutely. Olivia Stein with the basketball for Dallastown. Dallastown just trying to find something. Stein, a good shooter, and shows you why right there. And Stein steps outside and may ignite a little fire underneath her team, as she has her first 3 of the night.
I was wondering when she's going to get an opportunity to put one off. I've seen her in game film really hit that shot.
That's the first 3 for Dallastown, and that's a big 3 right now. It gets a little momentum back on the side as Shaw tries to answer, and does. From downtown, Micaiah Shaw answers the 3 with one of her own. 17 points in the game for Shaw. She matches her season average right now. 3 threes and 4 deuces so far in this one. A big answer by Red Lion there right after Dallastown. Looked like they're getting a little momentum. Here's a good drive. Another job by Byler. You know, Byler does a wonderful job of boxing out in there. That's just Shaw. That's one of the reasons they're such a good defensive team. They wrap up the defensive possession well, Todd.
Yeah, she's a hustler. You got to have that kind of kid on your floor, right? I mean, you got to have the girl that says, I'll do all the other stuff.
You know, Jeff, so often we talk about great defense, but great defense is only that if you wrap it up with a great rebound, and that's what Red Lion's doing so far pretty well.
Well, Byler really finished that playoff out very well.
It's going to be 10 seconds here in the backcourt, and Don Dimov says timeout. He's also saying, hey, my guard's getting bumped around all over the place right now. We'll take a timeout. 26-10, Red Lion leads at 2:57 to go in the third on High School Sports Live TV.
Mom, can we have burgers?
Sure. Can we have fries? Yep.
Can we have milkshakes?
You got it.
Can we get a motorcycle?
Nutritious twists they'll actually like at prices you'll love. That's a combination you'll only find at Giant.
Nature's Promise packaged meat or seafood products, 25% off.
And there you see a young lady who has played a great bit of defense tonight, and a matchup right next to her, Deshante Edwards, Asia Eames. You've liked her all year long, Jeff.
Really strong player, great footwork. Two really good point guards in today's game.
And the best matchup. You're going to see Edwards try to start to get the ball away from her a little bit. And so far, Eames has been equal to the task. And Eames is going to get pushed around by Edwards right there and fouled.
Frustration out of frustration.
So Edwards called for the foul, will be her second. 4th team foul now against Dallastown here in the second half. And Red Lion will have the basketball. See what they run this time. As I said, Coach Dimos has a card over there, and he's got I don't know how many different plays on it. And they know them all. Back out to Byler. Here's Eames. And Eames outstanding so far. Asia Eames with her first bucket of the night off a beautiful screen by Byler out front. 28-10, largest lead of the night, 18 points. Red Lion doing a little showing to trap in the backcourt and then coming from behind, trying to get it away, and Edwards is going to pick it up. Edwards hard move to basket and scores, and she's going to get fouled. Look for a moment like Red Lion was going to get the basketball off the double team from the back there. Loose ball, Edwards picks it up, goes in, and ends up having a chance to make the three-point play the tough way.
Well, that's the only way they can score in a broken play like that.
So here's Edwards back at the line. She's 1 of 2 there so far tonight. 28-12. And Edwards is no good on this one. And the ball's off Dallastown, out of bounds. Back in the hands of the Lions, so 2 points by Edwards. She's now got 5 of the game. And to tell you how tough it's been tonight, she's the leading scorer with 5 for Dallastown. 17 on the other side for Micaiah Shaw. They've had 5 players score in this one. Collinger. Unselfish. Riley Good has it. Back to Byler it goes. I think they're going to get a foul called on Riley Good here away from the basketball. Maybe not. It'll be against Dallastown.
Great discipline. Number 2, Riley Good gave up a really nice shot.
Abby Jacobs with a foul there for Dallastown. Back out it comes to Byler. Ball fake. There was a push right there on the baseline, and Scott Now's right on top of it. Talk about good golfers, by the way. Scott Now's the official down there. One of the best golfers here in York County over the years. So we got Dimoff and Scott Now's down there, and they both play at the same club, by the way.
And you're the third.
I don't know about that. I'm not in their league. You know, the thing with Red Lion, for the most part in this game, with a couple exceptions, they have not taken a bad shot. Little volleyball right there by Tollinger, keeping it alive.
And partly their offense is part of their defense because they're so patient.
It's a great point. People don't realize how important good offense is. There's a block coming over for Edwards against Tollinger. I think it's so quick for Edwards because Towers looking she had a free layup, but all of a sudden Edwards come out of nowhere there. She is fantastically quick.
Closes out well.
I think she ate the ball.
So, Red Lion has the ball back. Still no damage there for them, 28-12. Back out it comes to Eames. Eames will bring it out to Shaw again. Man-to-man here by Dallastown. Shaw looking for somewhere to go. Being guarded by Beverly. Kind of a delayed give and go there, and another push from behind. And the fouls are mounting up at Dallastown. In fact, that'll put him in one-on-one now for Red Lion. And who's going to go there? Shaw.
Anytime that ball goes into the post, it's a pneumatic cut from the point guard or whoever's running the point off of the post, and they've been still finding a way to find each other on that.
Shaw's not been to the line yet tonight, but she shows you right there she knows what to do there too. 18 points now for Micaiah Shaw. What a game she's had this evening. Back up to 17 it goes on the lead. I would have not thought this tonight. I would have thought this would have been nip and tuck down, and it may still turn out that way. But right now, Red Lion having it all their way with 1:29 to go. And you get to the fourth quarter, there's going to be a lot of offense played with the basket, or a lot of defense played with the basketball. As second shot, no good for Shaw. So 17-point lead, 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. Red Lion right now in command. There's a good screen finally, but again, great defense by Eames and Riley Good, double teaming down on DeShante Edwards.
They make it absolutely so tough for you to get a shot. I did look at, when we looked at Dallastown early on, we looked at stats, I saw that they really struggled getting over 36 points. It was hard to come by, and this defense makes it tough.
Oh, and hard move to the basket there by Ashley Harbold. She gets a bucket and a chance to go to the line for a three-point play the hard way. So the foul will be on Chloe Tollinger. So here's Harbold, a chance to cut in this lead a little bit more. And again, not going to go.
Well, they're actually 3 for 10 now.
Yeah.
30%.
That's not going to win you a lot of basketball games, 3 for 10. Now you got numbers if you're Red Lion. Eames pulls up, gets knocked down, doesn't go. You got a little something going right now if you're Dallastown. You need a bucket here, though, and not going to go yet. And finally, Matthews falling down. You may need a timeout if you coach Dimoff right here. Anaya Matthews with her first bucket of the evening. She now has 3 points. What happened there is Eames got caught up in the running game. She didn't need to. She needed to pull it out after that and try to make a tough shot.
Yeah, and that's very rare for her not to do the floor general type of thing.
Yep. Not a good decision in that situation where you really want to slow it down and respect the half-court possession, especially with the kind of lead you have, which is now down to 13. Do you sense right now Dallastown coming on?
You do, but then you know, like, because they booked themselves such a hole, Red Lion will get the ball. They could play for the last shot here.
But there is a sense of urgency. I will agree with that.
There is, but they'll be patient here in the half court. Watch. I mean, that's what they've done all game. They've usually answered.
1-3-1 half-court trap coming up right here. You got Shaw wide open to the corner. She's got a good, clean look and buries it again, and Shaw answers the bell one more time. 21 points by Micaiah Shaw, her fourth three of the night. And Red Lion ends it 32-16 here in the third quarter. We head to the fourth. It's High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. Giant gives away $3 million annually to schools through their A-Plus program. Register your Giant card today and start earning for your school. Visit giant-foodstores.com/school-rewards to learn more. This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game, we will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider the consequences of take the call, risk it all. And we challenge students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as a part of the It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit www.itcanwait.com. The Peyton Walker Foundation is dedicated to increasing awareness and survival rates for sudden cardiac arrest. They provide free heart screenings for students and athletes in the state of Pennsylvania. To learn more about Peyton's Law, free heart screenings, and the Peyton Walker Foundation. Visit www.peytonwalker.org. Well, you felt like Red Lion was, Dallastown was getting back into it a little bit, and all of a sudden turned back to Micaiah Shaw, and she answered the bell there at the end of the quarter, Jeff Thompson.
What a haymaker. It was like a boxing match, and they were coming back in it, and Micaiah just has all the answers tonight.
Knocked it to the mat there at the end of the round, so it's 32-16. Todd, maybe one of the best shooting touches we've seen all year long in girls basketball.
5 to 10 foot away, she's money. And then, she also can drill the three. That's 3 for her, right?
4 threes and 4 deuces, and she's 1 out of 2 from the line. So Red Lion gets the ball to start the fourth quarter here, and I'll guarantee you they're going to be in no hurry to score. Don Dimoff, I'm sure, has said, hey, we're not freezing or anything, but just take your time. Dallastown's going to have a frenetic pace here. You're going to see a lot of pushes and things like that to start the fourth quarter, and they can ill afford to do that because they're already in one-on-one situation for Red Lion. A little frustration right now on the part of the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think it's getting a little away, and they are in a situation where they have to make something happen right away.
In a slow game like this, too, 32-16, Red Lion really can make their offense or defense here in the final quarter as Eames misses an important one from the free throw line there.
They're only a tenth tonight from the foul line.
So Dallastown needs to score and score fairly quickly, but they need to really value the possession right here, Todd. Olivia Stein takes a hard move to the basket. We've seen a lot of those running layups tonight, but again, you get the basket, all of a sudden there's 2 players on you, and you end up rushing it.
Right, just out of control. Now look at the difference here. Controlled possessions.
And there you go, Riley Good on the spot, and Riley Good punches it home. She has 4 points in the game, and Eames in the backcourt pulls up her counterpart, Deshante Edwards. Eames will be called for the foul. Boy, those two have been getting it on all night long, Jeff, in a really good-spirited way.
Yeah, they're 2 very good point guards. It's really fun to watch.
Edwards fouled her a moment ago, and now she gets it back and fouls against Edwards. 18-point lead. It's back up to matching the largest lead of the night here for Red Lion. They are 10-1, 5-0. They are number 4 ranked right now in District 3. Dallastown is ranked number 6 in District 3 girls, so high regard for both teams. Get inside to Beverly. Beverly to Shaw. Shaw's going to get called for the foul.
Now Beverly did a really nice up and under move, squared her shoulders. That's a good bucket. Even though she couldn't finish it, gives her an opportunity from the foul line.
Here's the problem you have right now. You only have 1 3 all night if you're Dallastown. So primarily you become an inside team. So you're either going to get the slashes by Edwards or the inside post-ups here by people like Beverly. And also on the other side, Anaya Matthews. So Beverly misses the first. Boy, that foul line has been cold tonight for Dallastown.
3 for 11.
Wow. And Beverly again finally knocks it in. Beverly, that's her 3rd point of the night. So back to 17 it goes, and here's pressure in the backcourt against Eames. Double team. You need to find somebody open, and they find Shaw. Shaw kicks it down to Byler. Byler's going to bring it back out and find Eames. Dallastown playing very physical right now. You've got to be strong with the basketball, and you can see again the push, this time from Ashley Harbold. So you're going to go back to the line now, and I think what Jay Rexrod is saying is beat us from the line. Show us you can do it. Eames missed the last time there. And this time answers the bell. Ashley Eames has been a difference maker here tonight defensively throughout the whole evening.
No doubt about it. I like that foul line routine too, don't you, Todd?
A little different. Once around the back. And Red Lion not letting up. I mean, they are playing full court right now, making every possession tough to get down the court. Remember, these two teams are going to hook up again later on at Dallastown. And a good stick back there by Harbaugh to stay with it. She's now got 4 points in the game, 36-19, 6:20 to go, and almost a steal. So Red Lion will get it back. Dallastown needs to get new possessions. That can only come from steals right now. And Red Lion needs to just hang on to their possessions. Tale of two cities. These schools only about a mile apart. Get a good run in here from Red Lion to Dallastown, and there's another block.
That was a tough call. It was a block call, and I know Ashante Edwards is really frustrated by that.
Yeah, she is. She's walking. She didn't say anything. Just kind of slowly walked away. Take a look here. Well, yeah, that's a tough call.
And that's her fourth foul, too.
Yep, it is her fourth foul. So now, and don't think that Don Dimov isn't aware of that, too. Eames back at the line again and misses off the front. A couple times she's missed tonight has been off the front of the iron.
A little short.
I always look at when a person shoots, do they miss long or do they miss short? She's missing short. Second one up, that one's good. So Eames answering the bell here. 3 out of 5 so far from the line, and 1 field goal to go with it. 6 points in the game. But man, has she been tough defensively tonight against Edwards. Edwards with only 4 points tonight. Take that 5. Here comes the heat. You're going to get a foul, I think, on Eames.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be a foul on them.
Just checking the last points and who scored the last basket down here for Dallastown.
Ashante Edwards scored the last bucket.
So Edwards in the book today for 7 points. Here's Red Lion now. They're going to see full court pressure the rest of the way. And traps in the backcourt every single time. Looking ahead. Here comes Riley Good with it. And they're going to get traps every time. You really have to look baseline. Here comes Byler. Byler passing it out front. Tough passes right now for Red Lion.
Yeah, those long cross-court passes in this man-to-man, you're going to have to use your dribble. Don't give you a dribble up unless you're going somewhere with it.
Byler, another tough pass almost taken away. Another tough pass almost taken away. Here's Eames. Got a wide open look. Passing it up. Back out. Just run the clock. That shows a little bit of maturity right there. You had the shot. You pass it up. You knew the time and score situation.
Yeah, the clock's your opponent right now.
Don Dimov wants to make sure everybody's on the same page, so he calls timeout. 4:56 to go in this one. 37-21. Red Lion leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
There you see Jay Rexroth, head coach for Dallastown. His team in a hole right now, 16 points with 4:56 to go. They're putting the heat on, but do they have enough heat to bring this home, Jeff Thompson?
Well, that's a last resort, and I know that Jay's using it as a last resort, but they're playing with intensity now. Let's see if they can make something happen out of this pressure.
For Red Lion, they're already in the one-on-one situation. Could be the double bonus soon, and they're going to be getting trapped in the backcourt, looking for Micaiah Shaw ahead. Shaw gets trapped, throws it ahead to Eames. Keep it in the middle of the floor. It's a tough place to get trapped. Eames driving down the lane, passes it back out. Byler thinks about it, says, no, we're playing the clock. 4:41 to go in this one. Your offense and your defense right now, Todd McCall.
It is, and then they're on the defensive side. They're playing 3-2, which makes it difficult for Dallastown. That's going to run some time, too. So they're going to just clock management.
Foul by Beverly there is the 10th foul, so you're in the double bonus now. I said the other night, and I really believe this, the bad free throw shooter becomes decent, the decent free throw shooter becomes better, and the better free throw shooter becomes great. Because you don't have to worry about making the first one. So many times they'll make it now because there's no pressure on it. How about that?
Yeah, it takes so much pressure off. A very good point.
Byler has been outstanding tonight defensively, rebounding-wise. I mean, she's really played a great game.
She has. And she's a solid contributor on the floor, meaning winning the loose ball battles, winning the board battles.
17-point lead right now. Oh, and in and out for the second one. Looked like she had it for a moment, but in and out. So now Dallastown comes back down. Here's the Eames-Edwards matchup. If you're Dallastown right now, you need to find a way to score some threes. Look how tight to the block Red Lions defense is. And they have just made life miserable inside for Matthews all night long. Matthews has been held to 1 bucket. Now you're going to see a lot of spread, pass, cut through, kick it back out. And you can't kick it out blind like that. You got to make sure you pass. Here comes Edwards. Edwards going to go to the basket. And in and out again. Harbold there, almost had the offensive rebound. Red Lion gets it back. They got numbers. Here goes Eames. And Eames up and good. And Eames now with 7 points in the game. Red Lion, 19-point lead. That's our largest lead tonight. 3:37 to go in this one.
Good entry look by Dallastown. Boy, if they could have done that.
Yep. Timeout. We'll take one as well. 40-23. Red Lion leads at 3:23 to go in the fourth on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
Coming up following this one, we got our Giant post-game show, our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game, and our Hoffman Ford player of the game, all here right after the show. And got a pretty good, I'll tell you what, you got a few players on the floor right now could really earn that tonight. And for Red Lion, Asia Eames has been really solid this season offensively, handling the basketball, making pretty good decisions, finding the open person, but defensively as well. Doing a good job on Edwards tonight, who I know Coach Dimoff saw as the key to the Dallastown team.
Well, Edwards is a sophomore and Eames is a junior, so people in York can look forward to this matchup for a couple more years.
Yeah, a lot of fun out there, and these two have been very strong tonight. I love watching Edwards play. I think she's going to get better and better and better. But tonight it's been Red Lions so far, and their defense has been suffocating. They only give up 33 in the whole league as it is. A walk called in the backcourt against the Lions here. So Dallastown gets it back. They've got to score and score quickly. They're down 17 right now. Dallastown's two bigs inside tonight have really had the better of it. But how about that? Downtown, Olivia Stein says, hey, we're not done just yet. We got a chance here. So Olivia Stein with her second three of the night. She's got 6 in the game.
She can knock it down.
Down to 14 points now. Anything but over. This is Red Lion Dallastown after all. And a jump ball in the backcourt, and the ball's going to go back over to Red Lion. Don Dimoff thinks his players get knocked around in the backcourt. He wants to make sure he's on top of it.
It's 4 turnovers for Red Lion in the second half.
Yeah, and 2 in the last 2 times down. So here again, Dallastown down by 14. They get maybe a 3 here. Get it back to 11. Who knows? Under 3 minutes to go. Dallastown doesn't look like they're in any hurry right now. Edwards, good block out there again by who else? Eames. Just perfect play, staying in front of her chest to chest. Eames trying to get by her, look up the court, find the open person, get it back out front. Right now, you're done playing. You're just playing the clock.
They have pulled it out.
They don't really need to do anything more than just be patiently here. The fouls will start to happen.
Yep, get fouled.
Layups only.
There's Eames. Eames kicks it off. No one's even looking at the basket now. It's in the deep freeze. And throws it off the legs of the Dallastown player. 2:22 to go. 40-26. So Red Lion will get to inbound it yet again. Last 5 in a row here have been scored by Dallastown. Eames waiting to get fouled again. Underneath, how about this? Shaw might have gotten fouled, and it's off Dallastown, out of bounds. Man, the bounce is going Red Lion's way right now, Todd.
Yeah, they're going to retain the possession, run more time off. Shaw missed a rare one. She's been making that all night, that 5-footer, but She's played a great game.
I don't know if she was quite sure where she was right there with relationship to the basket. Tough getting the ball in bounds. And it's 5-second call or timeout. Coach Timoff gets timeout. He didn't want to burn that. So he's pointing to his players right there and said, okay, let's make sure we do this and do it right. 2:13 to go. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Welcome back. A little entertainment going on here during the timeout. Red Line fans pretty happy at the moment. They should be. They got a 14-point lead with 2:13 to go, but it's a precarious 2:13 here because it's Dallastown Red Line, and you got a team that's well coached by Jay Rexroth that has the ability to come back. Red Line with the basketball, though, and really right now you just have to hang on to it and get fouled and get the right free throw shooters out there.
Right, just pull it up, keep the ball in the middle. And the
comes the trap again. And they're going after Jay Rexroth has picked out who he wants to foul here, and he's decided Byler is the best choice on the floor. You know, it's always interesting in this situation, too, when you're being double teamed. Players seldom look to the baseline, and that's where it's wide open. Not that you're going to score there, but that's going to be wide open, and then you kick it back out again.
It's your relief valve by getting it to him. But
so Byler, who's been pretty solid tonight so far, up and dribbles down. 2 out of 3 for the free throw line. She's got another field goal to go with it. She got 4 points for the night.
They're 5 for 8 from the foul line, Red Line.
And her second shot up, and that is also good. It was a made free throw eventually. 2 minutes to go here, just about. 2:04 actually. Here comes Edwards. Kicks it out. Long three. Not going to go. Off Red Line, out of bounds, under 2 minutes to play. A 16-point lead here for the Lady Lions, who are trying to take over sole possession of first place. They're right now up 1 game on Central, and if they hold into this lead, they'd be 1 game up on Dallastown as well. And the ball tipped out of bounds from Red Line. You know, Jeff Thompson, they just don't give you anything. Everything is contested everywhere when it gets in the lane.
Every possible possession is contested.
And there's nothing free. Here's Olivia Stein. She's the best three-point shooter out there. They're playing her really tight at the line. Here comes Beverly. Hard move, not going to go. Red Line on top of it, knocked out of bounds by Eames again.
That was a good example of what you just said.
Yeah. Hands everywhere, and it looks like Dallastown's going to get a free ball there, and all of a sudden knocked out of bounds.
Right. The quickness and the effort, defensively, they're going to be a tough, well, both teams, I think, tough playoff teams.
But you can see where they're ranked number 4 right now in District 3.
Yeah.
Don Timoff is getting back to the days when he had teams here, and there's a nice shot inside by Beverly. She's going to get fouled.
Good for Beverly. She's been working hard tonight, just needing something to fall, you know?
She's got 5 points. She'll go to the line for a chance to make it 6 here. She's 1 out of 2 there at the charity stripe tonight. 1:35 to go in this one. If you look at Don Timoff, you thought he just lost the game. He has his head down, his hands is wide.
Well, it's agonizing when you know you got a minute and some up there. You know, you want to win solid. You want to end your win solid. If you're losing the game, you want to lose with an effort. You want to lose on things you can build for the next game.
Well, and you want to send a message for the next time they play as well. Eames has it, double teamed in the backcourt. Eames ahead to Tollinger. Tollinger has people open in front of her, trying to get it across before the 10 seconds. And now Eames controls it. Over to Shaw. Shaw back out to Eames. 1:18 to go. 13-point lead now for Red Line. Back to the middle it goes, and they're in their total delay game now. This is a deep freeze. They don't need to take any more shots. Look at Eames. Back it against Edwards, gets it, and back up. Dallastown not done yet, and a quick timeout by Jay Rexroth. Olivia Stein gets the stick back. 1 minute to go. Red Line leads it by 11. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled. Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
And welcome back, and see some of the Dallastown fans up there they understand the cameras on them a bit, right? Do a little pose. Not a terribly happy look on the faces right now, though. It's still an 11-point lead for Red Lion. 1 minute to play, and Dallastown making a little move late here, Jeff.
Well, their pressure looks good, and they have something to build on for the next time they play Red Lion, that's for sure.
Yep, no question about it. They'll be playing them up at Dallastown later on in the season. So mark that one on your calendar somewhere. That's going to be worth seeing. And here's the jump ball in the backcourt, and it belongs to Dallastown.
Can I just, right now I want to talk a little bit about Olivia Stein, in that I really feel she's come here in the second half a little bit and stepped her game up. Now, look at that. Provided an opportunity to get the ball back. She hit the last bucket. Let's see if they go to her. She had a little bit of the hot hand.
Here's Edwards, and there's Eames with a foul. And so a shaky way home here right now for Red Lion, as Dallastown making the last gasp effort. Again, as Jeff mentioned a moment ago, you want to send a message for the next game too. Hey, we got more fight than maybe you saw earlier. And we're going to be a force to be reckoned with later on. However, the free throw line tonight has been a major disappointment for Dallastown.
It has. I mean, the 4 for 12,
Edwards only 1 of 4 all night long.
Making 4 for 13, I apologize.
Yeah, just not a number you're real happy about, and that's not going to win you basketball games.
31%.
So Edwards knocks this one down. Edwards with 8 points in the game tonight. 10-point lead for Red Lion. They just really need to get it in here and make a couple free throws, and the game's over. Ahead it goes to Shaw. And Riley good. And you didn't need that shot. You did not want to take that shot, even though you had it. It was contested, but Red Lion gets the ball back on the tip out of bounds by Dallastown. Those are the time and score situations where your really mature player is going to bring it right back out. Kicked along the baseline, 40.6 seconds to go in this one. Don't forget, we have Giant postgame show coming up, our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game, and our Hoffman Ford player of the game right after this one's over. Back in it comes. Tollinger has it. Back out to Shaw. And now Eames. Don't need any shots now. Shaw back out front. And Red Lion trying to put this one away in style right now. Playing smart, and there you got, it's one of those fouls right there. You got to be careful. That could turn into an intentional foul very quickly.
It can. I mean, you've got to be making an attempt for the ball is usually what the rule interpretation says. But
see, to me, if I'm an official, that's an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you two-handed and shoved as hard as you could.
You mentioned it earlier, Todd. You have to be going for the ball, looking for the strip. So here's Tollinger at the line. Chloe Tollinger, who has 6 points, or make that 6 points tonight in this game. Now, 1 out of 1 from the line. 1 3, 1 deuce, and 1 free throw. How's that?
6 for 10 from the foul line tonight, Red Line.
So 60%, not a lot of free throw attempts, but 60%, not too bad. And Tollinger says, how about that? She makes 2 more. So Tollinger now. And Red Lion having it all their way, and they may take this last shot. Eames pulls up, says, why not? And Eames comes up and buries it. She's got 9 points, 4 seconds to go. Red Lion's going to win this one. And 46-32, right on their season average of 46 a game. And 32, 1 under their season average of 33 a game that they give up. So 46-32, Red Lion's going to go to 11-1 with this one tonight. 6-0 in Division I of the York Area Interscholastic Athletic Association for Dallastown. The defending champions, 8-3, 4-1. Still a lot of basketball will be played in this league. We'll take a break. We'll come right back for our Giant postgame show right after this.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stellar Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over 25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
And welcome back to our Giant post-game show. And I'll tell you, battle of the Cats tonight. The Lions had the better of it 46-32 here this evening as Red Lion imposed its will early, got a 19-point lead and brought it on home. And let's take a look at our Commonwealth Charter Academy play of the game here tonight. And Todd and Jeff, take us through it.
Well, if this is a play of the game, it's going to be inside, right back outside to Stein, and Stein drilled it. And that kind of made, you know, something to build on if you're Dallastown. She does it one more time. She finished with, what, 8 points, I think, or had her at.
Well, a little interesting there is she hit that 3-2 and got them back to 14 points. It looked like they were making a run. Red Lion was able to kind of bring it home. And final thoughts on the game tonight, Jeff?
Well, Micaiah Shaw shot the ball so well for the first 3 quarters. It really made the game, it was secondary. The game became secondary to Micaiah Shaw's shooting.
I thought Asia Eames played an outstanding game defensively tonight on Deshante Edwards as well.
She did. She played an outstanding game, and she's also a floor general. She knew right when to, hey, give it to me, pull it back out. She knew when a good versus bad shot. And that's real important when players know that.
Well, the head Lioness out there tonight, the Hoffman Ford player of the game, Micaiah Shaw, 21 points tonight, 4 threes, 4 deuces, and a foul shot to go along with it. And Micaiah Shaw is our Hoffman Ford player of the game here this evening. And you can see why. She shows you inside, she shows you outside, she shows you all around the town. And tonight, she did it all, especially in the first half. But when they needed her, she answered the bell, even then when the bank was open there late on the night. Well, we've enjoyed bringing this game tonight, and our next game coming up, and I'm going to look back here at our monitor to see that. We're going to get that up here in a moment. But it's been a lot of fun tonight. Thanks to Chad Edwards and the whole Vicar crew. Of course, Todd McCall, Jeff Thompson here, Arnie Fitzhugh, the AD here at Red Lion High School. Of course, Brandy and all the other people there that helped us tonight. John Polly, Charlie Fortney. Carlisle at Central Dauphin Wrestling coming up on the 16th. That'll be at 7 p.m., and that'll be on ABC 27.3. Again, your final score here tonight, 46-32. The Lions win it in the first one, the round one of the Big Cat fight. They'll be coming back to Dallastown later on in the season. The Lions now 6-0 in the division. They lead it by 1, and they're now 11-1 overall. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Gary Sutton. Have a great evening, everyone.